What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy, Pull Kind of Boxing, coming at you with another boxing video or live stream. And I got my boy Steve over here. Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, I'm in here. What's up?
Oh, yeah. All right. Apparently, somebody attacked Stevenson mom last night. Shakur Stevenson mom. And man, it was like a big brawl. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that, man. That was crazy. Like he jumped up from the press conference. You know what I'm saying? Because he was looking over, out the corner of his eye. He was like monitoring the room, so you could tell something may be going on over there. Then he caught to attention and hit the floor with everybody else. That's crazy, man.
I hope he's not part, saying, because, Shakur, he used to be in the little gang violence. I mean, I don't know if he was part of a gang, but I know he used to have a little gang violence going on. He used to be involved in down there, and I mean, I hope it ain't got nothing to do with some of that. So he end up in some kind
Yeah,
of trouble.
I just think it was boxing stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows the stakes. You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah,
on the video that I saw, they was walking somebody ass off to jail. But it's not only jail. They got folks that can shoot your ass and get away with it. They got the police there. And when shit like that is going on, it's mostly emotional stupidity. So somebody, no matter what it was, like that's an unfortunate situation, and they got to make sure that they got these boxers protected more. And most of the the the, the press conferences that I see, they have them blocked off a little bit better. Your family's over here. Your family's not mingling with everybody else. We got to keep you safe. You see how Canelo came in there?
yeah. And he
Canelo,
left the fight. He left the fight early when he seen Oscar when he seen Oscar Valdez getting his ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? He left round two. Round two, Canelo's caught the early limo.
hmm he had it drive out there with the fucking engine on, and he never left the front. That's crazy, man. But I hope that Shakur's mom is all right and everything is all good on that front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I saw they got him, out of there, but hopefully they found his mom because he was like, "Where my mom at?" And I'm like, "Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, fuck everything else. Where my mom at?"
yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and they the build up to this thing, what I'm saying, it's like they making it, it's always been a rival between the blacks and Mexicans, what I'm
hmm
saying, but you just never thought it would have erupted like this here, what I'm saying. I mean, I should know from the past that, when you go to these fights, emotions get raw like that, and people just they don't be thinking, what I'm saying, they don't be thinking, in their right mind.
Yeah, yeah. They get way too into it, and they want to fight. That shit jumping to you.
So that shit like a demon and shit.
Yeah, yeah. When it, what it reminded me of when um how fast Pop them got into it outside the Tyson fight. People in there watching folks fight and they want to fight. They got to calm that shit down. They had, they had no place out there. Some people can get hurt, and what I'm saying, Oscar Valdez can get his ass whooped some more. But I didn't see him out there. Like, did he go before that or what?
You said, did he go what now?
Did he go before Shakur? Because I didn't see any Oscar Valdez like post fight press conference or anything like that. I haven't found it yet.
No, I mean, I don't know. I came in, I just came in when they started fight. I missed Keyshawn Davis fight. I'm saying? I wanted to see
Oh,
that fight. I just
oh
came
man,
in.
that was a good one.
Yeah. I mean, but they still building him, and so he gonna look good until he, get into some higher competition, you know.
Oh, and but it was thumping him a good little bit too. I think it was a good test for him. You know what I'm saying? A good test for his chin.
Hmm.
Um, he was showing all aspects. He had good movement. You could tell he got what he need. Now, if
Yeah.
he stay focused and stay around Bud and learning what he can learn from him and Shakur, like just being around them people gonna make you better
Yeah.
because you're gonna
Well,
start doing your
and
feet
he
like them.
also Also, he's sparring with Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting the benefit of that too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I saw Shakur had sparred with Bud like right before the fight. He was like, I had to come get my little brother,
And
right?
I mean, did you see how sharp that boy was, man?
He was sharp, man.
Man,
If
he
he'd have
was so
kept
sharp.
throwing that jab, it'd have been ugly because he just stopped. He was working on other shit, but he was touching him. He keeping
Yeah,
him away. He couldn't do. Valdez couldn't even get close to him unless he get hit like really, 3-4 times.
yeah,
So he just
exactly.
said,
And
man,
he was he was just picking them off, bro, like easy. You know what I'm saying?
easy.
Valdez was really trying to press him, but he kept doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And I can't understand that. You know what I'm saying? He just never switched it up. You know what I'm saying? He kept doing the same thing. And Shakur Stevenson, he was just looked like a sparring session, really.
I
Um,
give, I give credit to Reynoso. Reynoso was telling him the right stuff in the corner.
mhm.
He was just like, "Hey, man, it sounds good."
Well, it could have been, it could too, the big stage, you know what I'm saying? That the moment was too big for Valdez, even though he got a lot of experience. Sometimes, these fighters, the rivalry between them, it makes you, fight out your character. Usually you can get that out of there with a few rounds in, but what I'm saying, maybe the moment was too big for him trying to fight under Canelo's flag, you know what I'm saying? Having all that pressure,
Yeah,
having the
having
people.
Canelo walk out there, that shit, that can shake your nerves.
Yeah,
He's
that's why
like, "Oh
Canelo,
shit."
that's why Canelo was like, this bum ass nigga, man, I got to go. It's like, don't even, he gonna come back to Canelo gym and it's gonna be a lock. They're gonna change combination. They're gonna like, look, man, it's over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the thing of it is, if he would have put on a good show, he could have been another pit bull. He could have moved up from his loss to Shakur Stevenson. Because this Shakur Stevenson, it ain't no shame in losing to Shakur because everybody done faced him and lost to him. And he's one of those top pedigree fighters, or that's going to be a top pedigree fighter if he's not already. But his showing, man, he was just a punching bag, so he didn't really come. His stock dropped,
yeah.
like in
Yeah,
my
I agree
opinion.
with that. I agree with that because it's no way. I did not give Oscar Valdez a round, bro. Not a round. No round. I mean, and that's what's embarrassing. You
That's
know, the Canelo fans was trying to put pressure on him to fight toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what kind of op shit is that? You know what I'm saying? You you know what I'm saying? They tried to do a Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I'm saying, trying to say, he ain't got no power, just like they're doing Devin Haney. And that's the only chance Oscar really got, you know what I'm saying, in the fight is to stand
that,
toe to toe. So
that's
why
when they don't know shit about boxing because you like knockout is one way to win.
right. But it
I got
ain't
to win
but
however I
see,
need to win.
but you see what I'm getting at? I think it
Oh
was
yeah,
like an
I
effort,
know.
to sabotage him, try to, mess with his pride and just to get him to sit in the pocket and give Oscar Valdez a chance, you know what I'm saying, to look good or something. But because that right there showed that fight right there showed you that there's a large gap between the skill level between these two. And it's a little like Oscar Valdez shouldn't have been holding the belt. I mean, that's what Shakur made him look like in there. Just made him look like he was an amateur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he looked like he was way outclassed. He looked
yeah,
like a class
exactly.
two fighter. Um, it's a B level. What Floyd Mayweather and Arturo Gotti. And I say that because Mayweather just totally crushed him, and that's the
Oh yeah,
same kind of treatment that he got. He just
yeah,
got. You saw that they shouldn't even be in the same locker room together, let alone the fucking ring.
yeah. I
He
mean,
shouldn't.
he shouldn't even be a sparring partner the way he
Nah,
performed.
he's a warm up. Like Shakur was smiling the whole time. Even when he catch Shakur flush, Shakur just got them come back in and get set. And it was like that didn't hurt him. That didn't do nothing to him.
Hmm.
because he landed some shots. Shakur looked like a little shine under his left eye, and because he was getting hit with that right, and but it never, I never even saw like any type of phase or anything showing that got through or hurt Shakur. He did real good for himself out there.
He sure did.
You
But
know,
Oscar was trying to catch him on the turns, on the pivots. He would hit him in the obliques, and then eventually in the fight, as Shakur got more comfortable with Oscar, he was getting broken down because he wasn't liking those body shots from Shakur, and he was just getting broken down, and so Shakur started closing the distance at times, and
yeah,
he was just torturing him, just peppering him with straight lefts and uppercuts as he came in, but
yeah,
eventually Oscar did get a few shots in because Shakur I think he was trying to make the fight more exciting, so
yeah.
they
Trying
wouldn't
to
have
save
that.
face.
Right. So they wouldn't have, too much criticism for him because I think that's why he did that. But he had to make sure the nigga was tenderized with all them goddamn jabs.
Yeah.
That nigga was tender. He was tender, bro.
The punch of the night for me was that jab to the body Shakur got. He would paw out with the right and bam.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And jab him to the body, and you could just see Valdez like,
Yeah,
damn, stop
yeah,
doing that.
yeah. Yeah, because but I didn't expect it to affect him. That's why I was like thinking. I said, man, maybe Stephen Shakur Power is a little bit more because that jab was killing him. That solar
It,
plex jab,
it was
and
killing him.
it was an interesting angle on that jab too. Just the way he was catching him with it, I was like, wow, this kid here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just amazing because he had to come across. He had to close a long distance to get that jab to his stomach, not to get hit
Yeah.
with the
And
right.
he had to, go into danger because if Valdez had a higher IQ, he would see that coming and have a counter for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's nothing but to paw that damn jab and catch him with something, because he can't cover both sides of his face with one glove. Man, he's supposed to figure out something, and he had no answers.
Well, it was interesting because Shakur Stevenson, they study their opponents, and he said Oscar Valdez, don't have the boxing IQ, basically, saying to fight a technical fight. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All
So
he
that
can
means he
do.
had to go for broke.
Yeah, that's what he said. That was my assessment too of this fight. That Oscar Valdez, he relies on a lot of explosiveness. You know what I'm saying, to win and a lot of battling. And against a fighter like Shakur Stevenson, who's highly technical and he's athletic, you know what I'm saying? You could just see this wasn't a fight that he wanted, and that's why they avoided fighting Shakur Stevenson in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to fight these pure boxers like Devin Haney and people who can move. That's why Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? Because of this technical athletic abilities, Um,
But I would like to give a shout out to the ESPN broadcasting crew. I mean, if you were just a blind person listening to it, you would think Valdez won 6 out of the damn. Like, yo, they were like, he did a great job. Like, he just got hit with 3 straight punches, and they said he's doing a great job.
That's how
Like,
they do
dude,
it.
how you get hit with 3 straight punches 1 second ago, and next second Andre Ward is talking about you're doing a great job? You getting fucking hit.
Right. That's how they do. That's how they do. They just leave out the work you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Until they just can't ignore it no more.
And that's
You
why they
know?
lose credibility. So when they do these interviews and they all kind of sheepish, they know they peddling that bullshit, man.
Yeah,
Like
they
Andre
do.
Ward, I was like, I'm ashamed of you because I have no expectations out of Tim Bradley. But damn, you know what I'm saying? OG, come on, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And see, this is
Shout out to I know this is off subject, but shout out to Jesse Vargas who went down in flames. I was sad to see OG go out like that. That dude Liam Smith, man, he just looked like a monster over
yeah.
him. He beat his ass down. You know what I'm saying? That nigga beat that nigga arms. You know what I'm saying? Beat that nigga top of the head. He was uppercuts. Uh, but he went out like a warrior though. But back to what we were talking about. Go ahead.
But yeah, man. Oh, and shout out to the referee, Kenny Bayless? I said he
Oh,
was. Yeah, he was refereeing like Skip Bayless. He
oh man.
stayed involved too much. He was almost getting hit because he was
Did
so.
you see the low blows he would call? He was in the bag any goddamn way because he was calling for he was calling Shakur Stevenson low blows, but he didn't call for Oscar Valdez low blows. You
It
know what
was
I'm saying?
horrendous. It was horrendous.
Hmm.
Shakur got hit in front of everybody with a low blow. The action stopped. Both of them backed up because it was. He said nothing. He
Hmm.
was like, "Fight." I'm like, "No, man. Acknowledge that that low blow."
No, he had to call Canelo. He had to call Canelo. Should I call it?
He
Should
looked
I?
over at Canelo and then rubbed his nose like, "Keep it
Hmm.
going."
He's like, he said, don't you fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? They just caught his eyes, Canelo, but Canelo had to get up out of there. He said, nah,
Man,
he
it's like
pushed that man up, instigated that man up to fight, one of these top black guys, something he wouldn't do. And then he got the hell on, you know what I'm saying? Canelo ain't right, bro.
he ain't right.
If I was Oscar Valdez, I would say you need to fight. You need to fight Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Or David Benavidez. That's what I would have told him. Like I ain't finna go get.
Because it shows what kind of person you are when you do that kind of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like a fight with Benavidez, boy, and that he lost, and he was in there with him, and still showing his support. But when you get the fuck out of Dodge, come on, man, you know what it is.
Canelo said I got to beat the traffic, man. You know what I'm saying? He said
But
he ain't trying to get no interviews. And what did you think about this performance, Canelo? Well, Stevenson whipped his ass, and I'm embarrassed for the Mexican people, and via Mexico, regardless of his loss, um, you know, he did his best. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, he didn't want to answer. He didn't want to do that interview. You know what I'm saying? People got it in his face because I think Canelo said that Oscar basically he was just saying that Oscar just need to fight his best. He pretty much knew he was gonna lose though. And
man, he
Canelo is
said
good in
that.
the game.
He said, "Do you want a payday?" And
He won't
Valdez
pay.
said, "Yeah, see."
See, he left Eddie Reynoso to do the walk of shame. Yeah.
Yeah, because and see, I believe also that when Bud sued Bob, that was to push him to get this fight for Shakur because he was gone anyway. But he was probably like, "Yo, man, that motherfucker ain't gonna get you this fight. I promise you that." That's why
Hmm.
you had to take all those concessions. Oh, you got to take what was the split? Valdez got paid more than Shakur Stevenson, right?
Right.
Like on what planet does he deserve more money than Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, it's just like the Devin Haney deal. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give black fighters an opportunity without taking advantage. You know what I'm saying? They
Which
ain't going to
is a
open.
terrible deal.
Yeah, they're not going to open up the opportunity unless they can take advantage of the situation.
I
Yeah,
mean, who else do you know have to beat the champion, rematch him in Australia? And
right.
then what? There's a 3-fight deal, and you take the
Yeah.
same cut every time. That means if you win 3 times, he done made triple what you made.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
And
it
like,
kind of reminds me of what's his name, James Bradley. I think it was when Joe Louis, saying fought him. He had to give James Bradley like half of his purse for like so many years as champion. You know what I'm saying? After he won the belt, that was the deal for him to get the opportunity to be heavyweight champion of the world. So Joe Louis had to give James, I think it was James Braggart or James Bradley, something like that. James Bradley, for him to fight, and
yeah, I think it was Bradley.
yeah, for him to get the opportunity. That's what they do. They kind of, they kind of screw you. You know what
They
I'm saying?
pimp you.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
gotta pimp you for you to get that shot. That's why
Right.
Wilder didn't take that $200 million deal from Dazin back in the day. They were trying to pimp his ass.
Well, they really would have pimped him in that deal because
Yeah,
Anthony Joshua wasn't signed to the zone. That's what a lot of these
yeah.
stupid
He
people
wasn't
don't
even
do, that he wasn't
out
guaranteed to get
to
Anthony
get the
Joshua.
fight.
Right. He was just signed to the zone. He just would have
That,
had $200 million deal with the zone, and Anthony Joshua wasn't going nowhere near Deontay Wilder. That dude was terrified of.
He said, he's that way, mate. Okay, I'll go this way.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? He said it. He said, look, you fight Deontay Wilder. I'm not fighting him. You know what I'm saying? He said he can't lose right now. So basically, they're just changing boxing into more of a business than, a thing of pride and legacy. So that's what's happening these days with these guys.
But see, that's also a byproduct of these guys having their own promotional companies. So
Yeah.
when they're protecting their brand by not fighting these guys, you know what I'm saying? Canelo right now, if he just say tomorrow I'm retiring, his brand is straight. If he take that L to that hungry black fighter or that hungry up and coming Mexican fighter, which he know who they are, he know who it is, he ain't finna fight them because it's gonna mess up his brand. And as a businessman, that's the right move. But as a fighter, that's that bullshit. So
Yeah.
it's a tangly web because every time you see that, that logo, that's their brand. Man down is arrow. Bud got his stuff. Charlo's got their lion only. That's their brand. So they're scared to make their brand take a hit by them taking a loss. Because some of them want to fight, but they handlers won't let them. They like, bud, no. He'll knock you into the middle of the tomorrow.
He'll kill you inside. He'll kill you inside of 5 rounds, Rocky.
Yeah. And he wasn't playing. He was done in that same time. So this is the messed up place of boxing. So when we say that Mayweather effect, this might be the real Mayweather effect. Mayweather created his own brand, and then he started fighting under his brand.
Yeah.
And it was more beneficial to not take a loss to that hungry person. But the difference is Mayweather fought a young Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He fought all the people he needed to fight. He fought Zab, he fought Sugar. Whether they was old or not, an old motherfucker can still knock you out.
Yeah.
Look at Pacquiao Thurman. That was a ode to the fountain of youth because one, Thurman wasn't ready. He didn't look good to fight before. Perfect timing. And Pacquiao handled the rest.
Well,
so
Manny Pacquiao, he's got that gamma radiation. You know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying? The nigga kind of incredible hulkish, but it didn't help him in the Ugas fight. But he had the end anyway. He was about 40 years old, so But I feel you on that point.
You know what? Ugas may have got caught. Got in a good spot because Errol Spence didn't have them dumbass provisions like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was like, hey, you ain't got to do no testing, man. Mistake.
Oh, yeah.
And Errol like, hell no.
But see, he knew that was the only chance he was how he going to open up the opportunity for him.
Exactly.
Pacquiao wasn't going, hey, I can't do no juice, so I'm not going to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'll just go to the next dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Keith didn't want to sell that old to Errol Spence Jr. He didn't want to look like, everybody understand why he been, ducking for years, so he didn't want us to give that old up to Errol Spence. He wanted to give it up to somebody that was bigger than EJ at the time.
Yeah.
And that's why he did that. That's why Kell Brook went up and gave his O to Triple G instead of Errol Spence. So nobody wants to give up their O to Errol Spence Jr.
No.
It's like he's like the Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? When they come through, they rather jump off the edge of the cliff than let Errol Spence Jr. take their O.
But you got to think about it though. I wouldn't want to fight that motherfucker either if I'm gonna look like Ugas after the fight. I would have fight Mikey Garcia and shit, get my law. Mike ain't gonna fuck you up to get that fucker looking like he just beamed in.
His head looked like a dang potato, bro.
Man, I thought I was watching Star Trek.
This nigga had a sweet potato head, bro. After the nigga had all kind of dents and shit everywhere.
Oh man. He looked like that nigga on the Goonies.
Oh man! And then when they stopped it and stuff, that one eye that was open and the other one was all puffed up with all that scar tissue. Oh, bro,
man!
I'm glad they stopped the fight though, bro.
Man, they should have stopped that fight the first time he went to that referee. I
Mhm.
respect him for not, for fighting on,
Well,
but
you
man,
know
that
the
man couldn't
referee.
see, man.
See, when you got them damn Texas referees, you know what I'm saying? They gonna let Spence whip your ass now.
Man,
And so
yeah.
you got the ref from if he's from Texas, yeah, they better be careful because
He said we
Spence get
came to see a show.
if Spence get whipping your ass and he from Texas, that ref is gonna let your ass go all through the ropes. He gonna let your head be hanging on the ropes while you get beat. You know what I'm saying? They love Spence down here, boy. I'm telling you.
Man. Oh man, I know Smith got a whole little goddamn mafia, but I swear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if you went to Omaha, I'm pretty sure you'll feel the vibe of the Bud Crawford crew. You know what I'm saying? They don't be bullshitting in Omaha either. Not about Bud.
No, they don't play.
Shit, even on the net, they be trying to come at your ass, boy.
Man, it's crazy. But it's
Mm,
like two levels of the fans. It's the ones that just don't like the other one, and it's ones that really feel that the other one will win in a valid fight. What I
hmm
like to say though, it's been years, and boxing fan predicted that these two would be as good as they are now,
Right.
and it came to fruition. Like Bud, no matter what anybody can say about the level of this or that, he has kept that WBO belt up to now. We saw people lose belts on Humbug. Look at how many fights Teofimo went.
Yeah.
He before somebody took that strap from him. Whether you think Kambosos is good or not, he took that strap from that dude real easy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, he knew he was struggling to make weight, and he knew what it took. He knows what it takes to get way down. The dude usually walk around at 160.
but
Uh,
it was that perfect storm of the
hmm
fight not being made and the people dropping the fight. After a while, that's a long time to hold that weight off, like you say. Not knowing if you're gonna have to fight next month or whatever the hell.
Well, he
Oh
said,
man.
well, after the fight, Teofimo said, I won 11 rounds. I said, yeah, this dude crazy as hell.
This
Dude,
motherfucker got
I won
it.
11 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I knew it was something. He's some mental illness going on with Teofimo Lopez, but he admitted later that he was weight drained and he started talking about he had some kind of chest issues or
You're like,
something.
man, you had a concussion too. Motherfucker talking about you won 12, 11 rounds. Man, you barely won 3. He had some
So
rounds he looked good in, man, but oh man.
man,
That
so it's so crazy that this fight was Shakur dominated so bad, bro, that it wasn't really even nothing to talk about after round two. Wasn't really
man.
nothing to talk about. I was like, wow. I mean, if you go to my stream, when he started, I was just like, damn, man, Shakur he's just too good, bro. He's just too skilled, too fast, and he just toyed with Oscar Valdez, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think he just really let everybody see that this person ain't no match for me. And when Mike Tyson say he's no match for me.
And I broke my back. My
He
back is
turned
broke.
spinal. He said, when? This morning.
Yeah, so they got so many good Mike Tyson. I'm like I'm like Genghis Khan. I'm like I can't even think of all the conquerors and stuff. I was like Mike Tyson.
I like Alexander the Great.
I'm like Alexander the Great. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
I'm
man.
like Hitler all up in the one. You know what I'm saying? I eat your children. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what's something going on, bro? With Mike.
And they took off his meds and then that motherfucker fought. Then when he got in the ring with him, he was like Roland Romero when he was standing at the tank.
Did you see Mike Tyson? Beat shit out this damn dude on the plane that was
Mike
an
should have hit his
actor.
ass 10 more times.
Mm-mm. I was like, Mike Tyson still got it, boy. He still put them hands on you. He crazy
He
and
should have
stuff.
IP manned his ass. Just beat that motherfucker till you get tired.
Mm, 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 mm.
He deserved
So,
it. Like,
so you think you see Jamel? He's trying to get the eye of the tiger back, and he been talking mad stuff about how he gonna knock out Brian Castano, and he's saying he going back to swimming. He's going back to doing his thing. What you think about that fight? You think he, you know what I'm saying, he gonna be back in true form, dominant form?
I think he did good from last fight. He should build on what he did good there.
Hmm.
My main problem with Jamel is he too economical with the punches.
Yeah.
It be certain times I'm like, yo, my dude, you're letting stuff come to you when you got to take the fight. I mean, I was happy with the draw. A lot of people was mad, and I'm like, man, neither one of these dudes acted like they really wanted to be undisputed,
Hmm.
and it deserves to go over again. And then let's see if y'all really want this shit, because for undisputed, you're supposed to be going there trying to knock this fucker out.
Yeah.
Supposed to be trying to end him, making no discussion on the undisputed champ. That's why you drop the belts and move on up.
Well,
You know?
I wish they would defend the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like something that would be perfect for me. Let's say Bud Crawford win or Spence win. I wish the winner would fight Jerron Boots Ennis. That's what I would love as for a defense. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great. That would show true greatness. Anybody could win undisputed, but it takes a real champion to defend your crown.
But this is the one thing. Now look at it from this point of view, though. Nobody gave them that shit like that easy.
Right. But see,
You know what I'm saying?
It's rare for somebody to win all the belts from different champions. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to fight one champion and get all the belts. You see what I'm saying? But to have to go to in a full belt era, to have to go to each champion and win. You know what I'm saying? That's more impressive. You see what I'm saying? Like Jamel, he had to go to, he had to go to what's his name? Jason Rosario. I think he picked
Yeah.
up two there, and then he had to, you know what I'm saying, you have to go to each dangerous fighter, you know what I'm saying,
And take that shot.
yeah. And it puts some wear and tear on your body to have to go through those kind of fights. It's good experience, it sharpens you up. But at the end of the day, it's you going through wars. You're
Yeah.
going,
And they're taking a piece out of you. You're walking out of that ring, you're leaving something in there.
yeah, you know
So
what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly why Boots is not going to just jump into an undisputed fight.
Well, I think
It's
he would
boxing
take
and
it. I
politics.
think he would take it because especially if it was Errol Spence Jr. because he definitely think he can beat both of them. He think he can beat these guys because they're 31, Bud's 34. He think he can get in there. He think he can make a signature move on these guys. He think they're right for the taking. I think he would take that chance. Floyd, he was a champion at 21. So you know what I'm saying? These dudes, they're daring to be great. And I just think, you know what I'm saying, I would love to see that. I would love to see Errol fight Boots, and I would love to see Terrence fight Boots. I think they're the greatest fighters of our era right now. What you think?
I think Boots, if Boots, he'll have to get his hands on a good step up fight. It'll only take one, but he'll have to
Mhm.
like get his hands on Thurman. Thurman ain't gonna go nowhere near him. Porter retired. Garcia, it's just only a couple of good step up people that he can just knock the fuck out, do a good showing, and he'll get the fight after that. But as of right now, they'll say, nah, you ain't fought nobody. You're gonna have to give me 80-20.
Yeah, everybody's going up to 154. I think Spencer end up fighting Boots at 154 because I think he's going to dominate 147 pretty quickly. I don't see anybody who can hold him off from becoming, you know what I'm saying, the champion there at 174. So I think he's going to dominate there pretty quickly. And then,
147.
yeah, I think they'll fight at 154.
Oh,
Um, what's going to be interesting is who Spence or Terrence Crawford going to fight up at 154 because I think Jamel is going to drop the belts if he win undisputed. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because there's nothing more at that. He stayed at that weight when his brother moved up, and he done went through him. Really,
Yeah,
he really have. He don't get the respect he deserved for it, but he went through him. He went through the J Rocks and all that stuff. I get them mixed up though. That might have been Jamal. I don't know the
yeah, I know what you're
motherfucker.
saying. I know sometimes I do too. You
But
know,
he climbed that mountain and took those belts from those guys, and shit, it's only right that he move up because he need a bigger fight too. Because right now, the Harrison fight is the biggest fight of his career,
yeah,
and I know he don't want that.
yeah, yeah, and I think that Harrison would love to have a rematch
Yeah,
uh, for that fight. He looked good. He looked good in his last fight,
he
Harrison.
looked better than the one before.
Yeah, yeah.
He definitely did.
His father died, and
Hmm.
he was trying to keep it together, and arguably he lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
But he's looking great right now. He's looking sharper, but I don't think he's going to be in the picture to get a shot at Jamal, because you got Tim Zoo, um, who's waiting in the wings. Tim Zoo, and you got Fandora now. That's looking like he's going to be a problem. Um, so he's probably going to get out of Dodge while he still can. But I would respect him if he did defend it against Tim Zoo or defend it against Fandora. That would be a hell of a fight.
yeah.
That would be a hell of a fight because Fandora is an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Because
see. Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. I would like for him to defend it just once because you can say you defended that undisputed just once. Because it's
Yeah.
like if he move up, he gonna be around David Benavidez area.
Oh, I believe Jamel. I mean, I don't know. When it comes to Jamel, I thought he would fight anybody, but they seem to get a little, you know what I'm
Timid,
saying?
man.
Yeah, when it comes to fighting David Benavidez, but David Benavidez, he does have that cruiserweight body. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long he can stay at 168. And 168 is kind of a non-division because really
Yeah,
it's a light heavyweight. Most of them motherfuckers be like light heavyweights in that area right there.
yeah.
Um, so it's just kind of like a weird division to be in. I remember when James, what was his name? James Duvall. What's that English dude name? He stayed there. People really didn't
Oh
pay attention.
yeah. Them,
They
yeah.
really didn't pay attention to those fights. Carl Froch and people like that was in that weight division. So people really didn't take to that 168 division that much. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Roy, what I'm saying, he stayed there, won a belt there. So they're just creating all these weird divisions, you know what I'm saying, just to get belts, just to create more.
yeah. Just create everybody getting a belt at the end of the fight. And I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. Every fight is not a title fight. Like,
Right.
take the belts. Like, go back to giving them medals. I like when the WBC would give you a medal or whatever. The Ring magazine belt. Like, why are you even giving that belt out? Get that shit to Rocky. Get that shit to Sly.
And
Like, for
Ring,
real.
and Ring magazine, shit, they should call it the Innerway belt because that's all they ever bring up is Innerway. You know what I'm
Boss it
saying?
anyway.
Innerway over everybody, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's going
Yeah.
on? Who's real? What's happening, bro?
What's up, family?
Yeah, we just
What's up,
talking
man?
on what's going on. But I was tired of hell last night.
Y'all boys acting up.
Yes, sir. Let's see Dusty Storm pop up today. That boy know he could talk.
Man, y'all see Ticket TV lighting them boys up today?
Oh yeah, he said he was going in. Ticket said he was about to go in. He was putting on the battle headband. He said he was about to jump back into the boxing because he a basketball head.
Y'all see the Twitter beef, huh?
No,
Earl
I ain't.
Spence and Bomac.
Oh yeah. I just did a video. You
Oh,
know what I'm
you
saying?
did?
Yeah, I just uploaded a video about that.
I
Uh,
just I just
yeah,
seen you was on your live.
Errol Spence Jr. looked up Brian McIntyre, his boxing history, and called him a bum ass nigga. Put it on Twitter, and I think Terrence Crawford he interjected and said, don't worry about him, worry about this nigga. And he posted himself saying, "I'm gonna beat your ass."
These boys gonna be acting up. This is gonna be a good pre-fight. It's gonna be good, all of that. If people think they quiet, but these fuckers is low key comedians, both of them.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Big trash talkers.
Big
Uh-huh.
trash suckers for real.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I don't know what fight they was at. They were just talking cash shit, man. You could just tell Earl was just was just talking shit when Earl say, "Yeah, we all know who the king of 147 is." That was just funny because they just talking shit, man.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And Earl was really giving Bud a hell of respect. He said, "Man, I respect you, bro. I ain't got no problem with you, bro." He tried to shake his hand and everything.
Yeah, I don't think Earl have a problem with Crawford. Crawford is they both extremely competitive, and when you competitive like that,
And the other way around too. Because Crawford did that interview and he was like, "Man, me and him, we ain't got no problem." He was like, "It's the fans." He was like, "Of course you're gonna talk shit. You want to fight each other, But as far as I've never seen one really attack the other one like Rolly do anybody dirty. He should be saying all kind of shit. Neither one of them had never even went that kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because Rolly like, this motherfucker got T-Rex arms.
Well, he know Tank young. He know that'll get to him, and Tank real sensitive. You know what I'm saying? He kind of wears heart on his sleeve at times, and so he'll troll. That's the thing. Being a troll, trash talker. You know what I'm saying? These guys are
come out.
Mm-hmm.
His trainer probably like, "Yo, man, you want to be in the hospital 3 weeks?" Rolly better cut that shit out. Is he gonna have to get that room and back that shit up?
Yeah, I was trying to tell him, I say, man, I don't know why old boy was trying to go with Rolly. I said that's like mental illness or something.
Man, it's fun though. It's boxing. It's the weirdest thing that make people, side with Rolly or side with any boxer that make them, just like him. I just never seen one. I never seen anybody bold enough to vote on Rolly.
I know.
Sometimes you'll have somebody really just have such a dislike or disdain for one fighter that it'll cause them to pick, they're not picking that guy because they think he's talented. They really just picking against the other guy.
Right.
She like that lady that used to show up to the Ali fights just to see him lose, just to be there when he lost.
Yeah. Same thing with Mayweather.
Same shit.
Yeah.
I was one of them. I couldn't stand Mayweather's ass. I thought Canelo was gonna whoop his ass. Who else I thought was gonna beat his ass?
That was rough, yeah. I'm still trying to find the ref that gave him goddamn 118.
Who?
One of the referees had it 118 to 116, some shit like that.
Well, you talking about the Canelo Mayweather fight?
Mayweather fight. He didn't win that by unanimous. And it was the biggest bullshit.
Mayweather was mad at the motherfucker. He said, "What the fuck?
Exactly.
What the fuck is this?"
Who that? I ain't seen that referee name. They used that same exit that Canelo used last night. They got about it.
What the fuck is this?
He like 118. What?
He's like, bullshit. How a nigga win and still mad.
Mayweather a particular dude, bro.
Straight up.
Mayweather like, I want every round. How the hell he got them winning on your card? I'll be pissed off too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
And boxing got to do something about how they judging these fights, man. They gonna have to step their game up. They need to have the judges in a closed circuit room where they can watch the fight from different angles, look at the punch stats, and look at replay and all of that shit. And have somebody in there watching their ass too.
Yeah, because
boxing, man.
Because the bottom line,
man, they be paid for.
When that referee said stop and didn't break it up, I done seen a lot of fights and let it go on and they knocked out. Just bad refereeing all around.
Straight up.
It was a lot of time last week, Kenny Bayless was like, stop or whatever, but break. stop
you
or
going
whatever
in and
to
out.
explain.
You going in and out.
It's like here it is. You keep stopping the action for no reason whatsoever,
For no
and then when
reason.
it's time for you to step your ass up and stop and then really stop the action, you know what I'm saying, you drag your feet. When it's really time for you to step up and do your job, you don't do it.
Don't do it at all.
And here it is. And here it is. Earl had this man hurt, had this man reeling, and you gonna stop the action talking about bring him up. Man, that man ain't even complaining, man. Shut up.
Right. Or give him an 8 count or something, you know what I'm saying, that it'll help, you know what I'm saying, move the fight forward as far as the scoring. You know, he should have never stopped the action like that because it just kind of killed the momentum of the whole fight.
Yeah.
And he did it a couple of times.
Yeah, he did
And
it
it's
like
like,
3 times.
And there was one time he did it, and I thought Valdez was going to catch Shakur because Shakur stopped and looked at the referee, and I'm like, no, don't never do that. Fuck the ref.
Nah, that nigga pulled some bullshit. He grabbed that man. He grabbed his gloves.
oh yeah, y'all saw that. Y'all saw that.
He said, "Man, I
I saw
can't
that.
do
That was
nothing with this
funny.
kid, man. I'm gonna do whatever I can, man. I'm gonna
And
grab
he
his
was like, he
glove,
won't
man."
stand still. He won't stand still, you know, so I can hit him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you gonna hold, he gonna grab his glove and keep his ass in place. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
can get
Real
off some
talk.
shots. He said, you gonna feel these goddamn left hooks, nigga. You gonna
That
feel
was funny.
these left hooks. Yeah, that was a trip. But the fight was he was just so outclassed that it just wasn't interesting. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't
Man,
interesting. He was just so outmaneuvered in every category. I mean, Steven was hitting his ass with uppercuts from, you know what I'm saying, 5 feet away, running him in the damn uppercut. I was like, this shit is crazy, bro. And then he kept doing this weird dip thing. You know, he kept doing this weird dip thing and changing levels. And I'm like, he wasn't doing nothing with it. So
Shakur had that jab in his face he couldn't see.
yeah, and he was just pawing with it. He was just pawing with it so smooth. And then he'll slap him with a damn hook at the same time. He'll paw, then he'll slap shit out of him with it. And then he'll come with that damn left down the pipe. And I'm like, Oscar Valdez couldn't figure it out. He couldn't do shit about it. And then when he would try to close in, you know, Shakur just circle out. You know what I'm saying? Catch his ass on the way in. Pow.
Stick and move.
Yeah.
That was a nice display of boxing, man.
He was giving him nice thick right hooks, man. Just circling out. Now he would hit him in the obliques every now and then, you know. But shit, that wasn't about nothing.
Yeah, he would.
Now,
That's one thing I did not see was like a commitment to the body work, man. He got to get his body work up.
Who that? Shakur?
Yeah.
Well, he was stabbing him to the body. Looked like he was on the verge of knocking him out.
It wasn't really, because I seen one time when he hit him with an uppercut to the body, I was like, yeah, give me more of that. Like I was like, yeah, more. When he coming in with his head up and he dipping and just slipping, bow, right to the body. He wide open for that all night. I was like, he was doing more head hunting than the body was wide open all night long.
I think he was just getting what he was getting. Oscar Valdez was giving him. He wasn't, doing too much, and he was just working off of what Valdez was doing. And but you seen in the end when he started pressing forward, getting a little closer, that he really could have messed him up more than that. But he just played it, disciplined and safe, and because he was fucking him up at the end now. You know what I'm saying? Oscar was pretty much done. Only his pride kept him up, in my opinion.
It just popped in my head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the Spence Ugas fight finna come on.
Oh yeah, I done watched that thing about 1,500 times, bro. Yeah, I had Showtime. You can see it on Showtime.
Let's see, I don't got Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to order that joint, but that bitch coming back on, coming on. I don't know. I got the reminder set.
I'm surprised, I wonder how these dudes be putting up the fights on YouTube. I know they be doing some editing and stuff, but they be putting these fights. I put that shit on that damn copyright. Come on, so goddamn fast. But
Man, I
everybody,
don't know how they do that. I don't know.
me neither. It's some kind of fancy editing. You know what I'm saying? You got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to blow the picture up. You know what I'm saying? You got to cut it. You think your mic keep muting. Think you keep.
Yeah, that's me muting it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, so the fight was pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? From round 2, I think Oscar Valdez, he did his best. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have a lot of tools to be able to deal with Shakur Stevenson's speed, movement. The other fight with Katie Taylor, I didn't think she won that fight. I thought Amanda Serrano won the fight. I thought Katie, she fought a great last 2 rounds, but I thought Amanda won that. But of course, what we're dealing with now in boxing, saying shit like this is gonna happen. They both. It was a really great fight. I thought that women's fight was top notch. I think you can put it in there, fight of the year. They went mano at the end. You have to talk about other fights because Steven Shakur dominated Oscar Valdez so much. It just wasn't much there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it looked like a glorified sparring match, and it looked like Oscar got discouraged, and he just wanted to save face by going forward and doing what he could. And that tells you a lot. If Canelo was in the limbo already, that tells you a lot. He was eating tacos and stuff on the way home. He was eating tacos by the damn second round. He was out there. That nigga was like, fuck this, man. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get a couple tacos. This nigga ain't for the win. So that nigga said, I'm out. This nigga said, I'm out.
Boy, you crazy talking about he was in there eating tacos.
He was done, man.
He was watching that shit from the limousine and shit. He was like, I can't be associated with this bullshit right here. These motherfuckers ain't real. They ain't ready. They ain't hungry. You know what I'm saying? They not like me. There's only one Canelo. You know what I'm saying? These are niggas.
Canelo knew damn well wasn't no damn Oscar Valdez finna beat no damn Shakur Stevenson. I give him respect for holding it down for his people though.
Hey, somebody getting a haircut. Somebody getting a haircut. Hey, who's here?
I'm finna say
you got your haircut.
I'm gonna say, yeah, put it in the cold, goddamn, to stop that bitch from blowing up.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, man, they charging crazy money out here for haircuts now. You got niggas out here looking for $30, $40 for damn haircuts.
Man,
yeah, I might need to get back in the game. Shit.
Hey, now I'm trying to tell you, bro, it's real.
I was telling her it was $10, $15.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's on a whole nother level now. Niggas are putting all kind of designs in nigga heads and stuff. Nike symbols and what I'm saying, all kind of shit.
Yeah. Then they go pull out that spray paint on your ass with that club card.
Yeah.
Graffiti your ass. Hey man.
Back then, back when I was coming up, you couldn't really wear your hair all kind of ways unless you're gonna get in 15 fights. You know what I'm saying? Now you pretty much do what you want to do. I got into a fight because nigga called me Lamont. You know what I'm saying? They slapped me because it was like it was like coming into the 80s and people was shaving their hair low, and I still had my little Lamont Sanford and Son haircut. Yeah, with the little fro. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was fresh. Nigga slapped me I went to sleep on the bus. And nigga slapped me on the head, talking about wake up, Lamont. And that we start going at it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a new day, so people can do what they want to do now without the scrutiny. You know,
Yeah.
as long as you got Kodak Black out there, nobody can say nothing.
Man, these boys ain't even got to comb they shit, brush they shit. They ain't got to get no haircut, nigga. You can't walk around like that back in the day, boy. Your ass to get laughed up out the school, nigga.
I'm trying to tell you. Shit, they don't know what pro wings are. You know what I'm saying?
Your ass nappy head. Yeah. Hey man, am I tripping? So didn't the Jumpmans used to be like the knockoff Jordans? But now Jordan brand is this? Ain't he only got a Jumpman brand now?
I don't know. I don't even keep up with that kind of shit. You know?
It was like a lower price Jordan, but they were Jordans. But you know, motherfuckers like, if you ain't got the Jordans, like, oh, the Jordans. But the Jumpman always been Jordan, but that was just when Jordan was breaking off. Because you know, Nike ain't made his shit in years. Like 20 years, Nikes ain't made no Jordan. They just put them in a box.
Oh, okay.
Right. But back when it was Nike though, they had to knock off Jumpmans.
And see this the funny part. Nike, I think, was putting out the Jumpman. That's why Jordan had nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So those were Nikes, but they were they were still the jump knockoff, like you say, because they wasn't Jordans. It's crazy. Nike making their own goddamn knockoffs.
Yeah.
Like, because at that time, Jordans were only the ones that he wore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he didn't wear them on the court, are they really Jordans?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them the only one that really matter. Everything else is
because they had them flights.
Yeah. Jordan didn't wear that shit.
They got that. They got that video where the dude making a move on the shoe, and they said Jordan never did that move. Oh, that shit's hilarious. Oh my god. All these knockoffs. Yeah, but well, I just wanted to do a quick wrap up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, wasn't much really to see here. You know, Shakur Stevenson basically dominated, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I think the Katie
what's
thing
next for the young buck, man?
The next what now?
So what's next for Shakur?
Yeah,
who knows? Because I mean that's a good question. You know, is he got to stay? Is he gonna stay at 130? Is he gonna go for the WBA? Who has the WBA down there? At 130.
Man, no.
What he just picked up? The
WBC. He just picked up the WBC.
And that's the only. Oh no, he unified, right?
Yeah, he unified. So who got the WBA down at 130? Shit, I forget. I got to go back and look. I've been keeping up with so much shit.
But see, Tank dropped the belt, and whoever picked it up, they just got handed the belt, or probably.
Yeah, Tank used to have the WBA at 130, didn't he? I think Leo Cruz had it. Let me see. I got to think, because these are little dudes. The divisions get mixed up. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so many of them. I got to go look, though. You know what I'm saying? Who got the WBA at 130? Yeah, it might be Tank might have the damn WBA at 130. Oh, let me see. I got to think. I got to go look. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's a good question. Huh. But that's whoever got that belt, that would be next for Shakur Stevenson. And
it say Roger Gutierrez.
And whoever got the IBF, that would be next for him. So he could become maybe he'll go for undisputed at 130.
Yeah.
Nothing to say. It say Gutierrez got the WBA.
So that's another belt he already won. You know what I'm saying? That's another belt.
Yeah, already lost.
Mm-hmm. Nigga, already just mention his name. What is his name? Uchibuchi? Yeah, he done lost that.
Yeah. And then you got another one. The IBF is Kenichi Ogawa.
Yeah, he done got that one too. So he undisputed at 130 as of today.
He might get fight them motherfuckers the same night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't know?
Yeah, for real, at the same damn time.
All right, goddamn. Just pay goddamn $74.99 for two major for two major championships.
He fights one night.
Crazy. But I mean, I don't see Tank going there with no 130 no more anyway.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know,
Me neither.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. That was
Lomachenko
killing him.
coming back.
Yeah, you would think he wouldn't carry that much weight, say, because he's so short. You know what I'm saying? So he must be all in his legs or something.
Who, Tank?
Yeah.
Shit, that nigga head weigh 30 pounds.
Mm.
Tank got a big ass head.
Yeah, him and Pitbull kind of got similar, symmetry when it comes to they build like little fire hydrants.
Stocky in the mud.
Yeah, they got the same kind of symmetry, It's just little Tank. I guess that's why they call the nigga Tank, Yeah, nigga built like
yeah. That shit probably with Tank head. Like, okay, fuck it.
So do y'all really think? Do y'all think that Tank gonna leave Mayweather?
I think he will. I'm tired of it.
I don't think you got no choice.
I mean, I'm tired of the signing, all the extra shit in the corner. Like, yeah, man, chill the fuck out, man.
That'd be like Bud going back with Top Rank.
Yeah, but do you think he can get? Go ahead.
The only difference is, like the dude was saying yesterday, Tank said himself he didn't request no fights, so he leaving it up to them, and they doing the safe bet. But I felt like Bud really wanted better fights, and Top Rank just wasn't giving it to him. I think they were playing the safe bet. Top Rank was just playing the cheap bet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing, but a little bit different situations. It's like he didn't have no aspirations to really fight Lomachenko. He knew he probably wasn't ready, and they knew he wasn't ready. But now he ready, and Lomachenko ain't going near his ass.
I think he was just comfortable. I think he was comfortable. I don't think he really felt no need to ask for no fight. Especially when you got Floyd in your ear saying, "Don't worry about this. You ain't got to do this and that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you paid."
But what I will say is, Tank is the first fighter I've seen in a long time get built correctly. They build him up right. If he wouldn't have lost his belt on that scale, he would have really been in position to just, do all kind of craziness. But that threw a wrench in it. But I don't see nobody getting built like that where they going up facing different type of people. Because look at it, Leo Santa Cruz was his real big step up. Okay, let's see if he can box. And now that seemed like a long time ago, but that wasn't that long ago. And everything since then has really kind of built Tank up to where he's the number two behind he's either 2 or 3 behind Spence. Canelo number 1, Spence, or either Tank. It's one or the other. But that's the ranking, and really people gonna pay to see fight. Everybody else, nobody ain't trying to pay to see them.
But see, my thing, I'm kind of confused as to how did Tank get left out on all those belts at 35? Like, I just feel like he got left out, and now it's just Devin Haney and Kambosos.
Because who had the belt
at
35?
Well, see, you got to understand. See,
your boy, T.O. took him off of Loma.
Tank is under Mayweather. See, Mayweather don't believe in no belts.
Paying them sanctioning fees. He ain't
right.
trying to
he don't believe in no belt. So he's trying to mold Tank into a star where he's above the belts, basically.
Yeah,
and succeeded too. He succeeded. I would say that mission is accomplished because, like, what he got, that WB, he got the WBO? No, he got the IBF. Tank, right? Tank.
What, at 40?
No, Tank got. I think that was the WBA.
At 40?
WBA. Yeah. So really, him and Rolly are both champions at that, but the WBA is getting rid of all these extra belts. So it's no more regular champ and super champ. They trying to get back to the essence of the shit. That's why these two got to fight, because one of them belts going in the trash.
Yeah.
That's what the rest of these folks got to do. Like, yo, I had to explain to one dude. He said, "This person is not the real champ. Is the other person." And I said, "That's why the belts are fake, man. How can you have two champions at the same weight class with the same belt? That's fucking crazy."
Same damn sanctioning body.
It ain't that it's fake. It's that they can do what they want to do. What if they think is best for boxing, and that's kind of crazy to us. But it's always been that way for these sanctioning bodies. They can do what they want to do to make revenue for themselves. And if they want to say it's two champions, guess what? It's two champions. And that's the fucked up thing about boxing. It shit need to be more organized.
Exactly, because it came to a head with that franchise championship when they were saying they actually said Tio was an undisputed champion, while they got Devin over here with a fucking belt. And I'm like, yo, if anybody should have threw that belt in the trash, it should have been that should have been the situation. Like, how you gonna say this man is the champ and I got your belt at that weight class?
Yeah, but
So that's supposed to be automatic.
That's a toxic motherfucker, boy. That motherfucker right there, boy. I hated that motherfucker here. See, I ain't gonna fight you. That motherfucker, he used his political connections and shit to troll. You know what I'm saying? You know, he said he wanted to end Devin Haney's career. Y'all remember all that bullshit?
Yeah.
I mean, it was toxic. When he went down, he knew everybody loved that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was a little toxic asshole. You know. And, you know, I'm glad that he went up to 140. I can't wait to see him get knocked out up there, too. You know.
I'm going to tell you what box eat, man.
There's too many nice motherfuckers, and oh man, you know, nah, man, we need some motherfuckers toxic, just like that. You remember a while ago when Devin Haney and Rolly were talking shit, and you remember I told you, I said this is what Devin needs. Devin, I really felt that way. He need a real villain that could bring his name up when he beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And luckily, well, that didn't happen. But now it's happening for Tank. It's like a bird in the hand. If Tank let this man talk enough and knock his ass far enough out the ring, if he land past the gun line, it'll do more for Tank than anybody.
But there's a lot of people actually think that Kambosos got a chance. You know, he's been sparring. He's been bringing middleweights into his camp to spar against middleweight. So that tells me that he's going to be trying to press the shit out of Devin Haney.
Now, answer this for me. If he came out and fought the exact same fight he fought Teofimo with, I'm saying, like, if he fought exactly that same way, where he was pressuring him, he was getting some nice punches in, Teofimo bucking under pressure. Do you think Devin can handle that kind of storm? Because he put a good storm on Teofimo till Teo, kind of start getting right.
I think Kambosos a little better than we all think, but I don't think he can fuck with Dev.
Yo, I got the final shot, the final Twitter shot right here, fellas.
Oh shit.
Bud said, "Not at all. You right, because I'm gonna be too busy whooping your ass." Then I'm gonna laugh when I see your facial expression when you know you getting your ass whooped in there.
Oh my God!
Earl replied with a laughing emoji and said, "You got it. I'm not typing nothing else until it's a go. Peace."
Mm-hmm. This shit is gonna be fun.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be fun till somebody loses.
50 Cent versus the Locks. You just knew that shit was gonna be fun. Oh, this is gonna be a good one, man.
Yes, sir. So shit. Yeah. So I guess the next fight that's coming up is what, the Jamel Charlo fight. I can't remember.
No, Canelo fight on the 7th. Charlo fight on the 14th.
Mm-mm.
So we got Canelo and Bivol first. I I just want to be able to knock him down. He ain't got to win. He ain't got to be like Rocky. Go for some better goals. to try to make a good fight on him. Because, he already, I don't know, man. At this point, I think it's going to take a sleeper cell. It's going to take a Ugas versus Pacquiao. Somebody he don't see coming. That's going to really train to whoop his ass. That can do that. That's all I see with Canelo.
Let's see. Well, Canelo fight who the hell he wants. So, that right there kind of knocks him out the game for me. He ain't got to fight everybody like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So, he get to pick people, he got the advantage over. So, I can't really take him seriously.
No, but he the king right now. He the king.
Well,
we don't see how he do with it because they were acting like Elvis was walking in that motherfucker last night.
Well, it look like all you have to do is have the ability and have your fan base where they'll pay for your fights no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That puts you in a position, to become a megastar. And you can do pretty much what you want. Anytime somebody make a belt where you don't have no mandatories, that kind of knocks you out the traditional boxing. And for me, that's a no-go. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you don't have to fight the dudes that may have a chance to challenge you and beat you. You could just leapfrog those guys, ignore them, and fight the easy fights. And that's why I don't take them seriously. That's why I don't, anytime people start talking about Canelo, I just, I was like, that shit ain't, And I like his fight style. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like the fact that he don't go straight for the best, like Chavez did. And, they're not going to let Canelo lose, so you can knock Canelo out the ring 2 times. And they'll be like, shit, Canelo won. They'll be like, Canelo won, nigga. That's what it is. Canelo hit your ass one good time and shit. That's the fight. Might well take your ass home.
Like, ooh, Like last night, they were like, ooh. You're like, yo, he didn't do shit.
But, he got the power. Suleiman, shit. Suleiman, he would sacrifice everything for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo said, hey, I want the belt to be red and shit, the WBC would be a red belt. It'd be that shit would be red. You know what I'm saying? That shit. He said, I want my name on the WBC, you know what I'm saying, belt. It'd be Canelo WBC championship belt.
Yeah, that's a low blow, man. You can't say he gonna make him change it to the red. God, man.
Yes, sir. The IBF be suing the WBC. You know what I'm saying? And then Canelo go over there and say, I want my name on y'all belt too. The shit. That changed that shit too. No, the IBF don't fuck around like that though. They pretty much, stay, autonomous of that kind of stuff, making holding they fighters, you know what I'm saying, to their mandatories. That's why I like the IBF. The WBO, they need some help. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever talk about their fighters, Nobody even know who them over there.
Nah, they don't know none of that shit.
At 47, they was like, fuck that belt. For a little while, wasn't they like, man, fuck that belt, fuck that WBO belt.
That's like the short bus belt. You know what I'm saying?
That shit crazy.
Nobody want to go to the special ed belt.
PBC was like, oh, y'all want to play hardball, man? Fuck that belt.
That's like
all the other belts over here. We're gonna unify all 3 of these hoes, and y'all still gonna be in a motherfucking beta male position with this shit.
Hey, that's the outside classroom belt. That's the belt you read too good.
They used to call them shits, man. Damn, what they called them hoes, man. Them outside classrooms.
They got one dude at 168. I was following Carlos something. I can't remember that nigga name. I did a video. I did a video on the dude. You know what I'm saying? He's at 168. nobody would talk about the dude. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the hell. I never see him fight. You know what I'm saying? So, David Morrell Jr. is coming up. He's going to be a motherfucker at 168. If he able to break in some fights, that's the problem. These dudes ain't fighting. The challenge
it's a killer at 154. Named Trayvon Marshall. That boy, that is a killer.
Yeah, I saw a few things on him.
That nigga, he's huge too.
It's just hard for these good fighters to break in. You know what I'm saying, into the upper echelon.
But you know what? That's why you go out and snatch that little IBO belt.
That shit.
Look at.
You might as well, get you a napkin, just go glue you some napkins around your waist. And then nobody ain't thinking about the IBO. And they just don't.
But get what though? If you want to be Thanos, you got to get all them motherfucking stones.
Yeah.
Spence trying to get them stones right now.
Yeah, but you got to get
supposed to be like that.
But see, you got to get the stones that's shiny. Don't go
man,
get
no. We don't get the pit like that. We don't get the pit like that. Tio had that Fugazi ass franchise belt, and guess what? He got called out for it, man. That belt Fugazi, man. That shit ain't real. Devin got the real belt. So
and
it's all the same.
That's what the IBO is. That shit ain't real, bro.
Nah, man. Nah, that shit just as real as them other one.
You can buy the IBO belt from Dollar Tree.
Nah, that's that Ring Magazine belt.
Dollar Tree,
that Ring Magazine belt you talking about.
Oh shit!
You liable to win the IBO and the damn emblem fall off. That's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So right now, WBO barely hanging on as the way they move and stuff.
All of them barely hanging on, man. All of them barely hanging on, man. Them folks said a franchise belt. You know how fucking long I laughed at them niggas at that? That WBC is a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
So I can't talk about nobody belt when the biggest one, WBC, always been the biggest one to me. And they the biggest joke.
Shit.
I'm tripping on how fucking Suleiman come out and say that the belt Haney got ain't shit. What the fuck?
Exactly. A joke.
If Canelo came out tomorrow and get busted with cocaine in the system, 5 grams of cocaine in the system, Suleiman would raise the damn level to goddamn 10 grams and shit. Say, Canelo, he good, nigga. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is good. You know what I'm saying? He is not over the limit. We just raised the limit, nigga. That nigga have half a key in the system. They don't give a damn.
Nah, Canelo can't do no wrong.
That nigga come. That nigga could be on fire.
That motherfucker be bringing in that bag, boy. Now he step out. He come with that bag regardless. Regardless, man, his people gonna come out.
So in your opinion, did it look like Valdez was on anything extra, or did he just look like he was in great shape?
Well, I think Shakur Stevenson made that man look hella regular and exposed his ass.
Yeah.
He's just a slugger. And that shit, if you come rushing in on him, shit, you gonna catch your ass with a ball.
So if out of Brian McIntyre and Derek James, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Bo Mac to land a lucky punch.
Oh, I see you like on blue last night. All Derek James have to do, all he have to do is slip a chicken wing in his shorts and just throw it on the ground, and boy, Bo Mac gonna go for it.
He gonna be looking at that. Good. Hey, he throw a chicken wing on the ground. He gonna be looking for it like Spence was looking for that mouthpiece. And he gonna catch his ass with a 3-piece. He'll catch his ass with a 3-piece.
Look like that dude in Trading Places. You remember that dude in Trading Place and held up Eddie Murphy ass in that jail cell? Remember just like Bomac.
Bomac looked like motherfucking Professor Clump. That's what the fuck he looked like.
I don't know what it is, but when
Man.
every time Derrick James have an interview, you can't understand what the hell he be saying except the last 2 or 3 words.
He's country than a motherfucker.
That's because he done been goddamn losing them fight to Bomac.
I think that you guys, like, come on, man. You need to get some motherfucking speech lessons or something, bro. You got that bread, man.
I mean, they need to put the mic.
Yeah, them training ain't getting it like them fighter though.
He that dude though. I like his style though. I like how he do though. You know, Bomac.
But think about it. He got 2 unified champions, 2 weight classes, and he got Frank Martin coming up.
Yep. Frank Martin looking pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying?
That dude right there, man. He gonna be a problem. What he at? 135, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at him, man.
They better keep Keyshawn Davis from that dude. You know what I'm saying?
I love the way that dude be dipping. He'll be like, man, that dude that got some game, man. I love the way he be dipping off. Motherfucker don't know where he at. And by the time they see him, he hitting them with some shit.
What's that other kid name? I think Ammo Williams fought last night too. I missed that. I wanted to see. I was just talking about Ammo Williams coming back to the game. That's another Texas boy. I think he has
all them undercards. I wanted to see the Kid Ali fight.
Oh hell no!
What he look like?
You can't talk to him about Nico. I step in because he be tripping, man.
What do you look like, though?
My buddy out with one pretty pieces. Pop, went to sleep.
Wait, what?
He looked like a fake
man,
son.
Nico knocked his ass out.
Wait, Nico got knocked out?
No, he knocked dude out.
Oh, he knocked the motherfucker out? Okay, shit. Yeah. He living up to his name then, shit.
Put him in there with Jamal, see what happened to him.
Oh, shit. Nah, they ain't gonna do that. He ain't ready for that. He's not ready for that. He's still a kid, man.
He gonna throw that man to Jamal.
He'll never fight Jamal. He ain't gonna fight no Jamal. He ain't gonna never fight Jamal, man.
That should be like
put Canelo in there with Jamal.
That should be like Lubin and Jamel.
Jamal ain't even ready for Canelo. Quiet as kept, and I love Jamal. I love them twins, man. But I'm just keep it real. Nigga ain't ready for no shit. Mel more ready for Canelo than Maul is.
And that's the thing. Canelo still won't even give him a shot. He know they got flaws. He know he can beat them. He won't even to go beat them.
Shit, yeah. Why you want to get punched like that?
Jamal
by a young ass bull. Why you want to let this young bull punch on you like that, man? This motherfucker got some serious power.
And that's the thing. That's my thing about Canelo. He don't like fucking with folks who got power, who can hit his ass back and shake him up. You see what I'm saying?
Hell no.
He don't like to fight nobody with no power and no speed. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see nobody like that in the ring with Canelo. What's his name? He fit to fight Bivol. You know what I'm saying? They're always missing some kind of ingredient. You know what I'm saying? With Canelo, Canelo ain't just gonna walk in there with somebody who all around good. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be something off by their ass. You know what I'm saying? Where he could take advantage of them. But you know me and Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That ain't that dude for me. Hey, one thing about pro kind of boxing, I'm gonna tell you, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't for to hide the shit. I'm for to let you know where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's people be trying, hey, I'm unbiased. No, nigga, I don't like that nigga.
He biased his motherfucker. He know he biased. I make sure he know that shit.
I'm an old motherfucker with a pint of liquor up under the fruit tree, nigga. Like, I don't like that nigga.
You want me to let him go out? Just say Anthony Joshua. This motherfucker gonna go off.
I don't like that nigga either. Anthony Joshua, I don't like him. Oh, you already know that.
That's it. Hell no, man. You gotta stop that shit.
No, man, because he wouldn't take the fights, man. I'm not used to this era. I'm just not used to these guys who are not taking the challenges. That's just, I'm just, I'm an old head, bro. I can't respect it. You know what I'm saying? I can't respect it. You know what I'm saying? Either you take the fight, you know what I'm saying, or you get your ass up out of boxing or something, man. Stop looking for easy fights. You know what I'm saying? To win, and then you want all the accolades and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm the best ever. Canelo gonna be saying all kind of good shit. I'm the best ever.
Right.
No one can match me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we know he ain't shit.
And that's why they hate Mayweather, because he got the victory over him, but he the only one who could say, I destroyed Canelo easily. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that shit. They don't like that.
He said, "Motherfucker, easy, man." That nigga Floyd stupid than a motherfucker.
Man, whooped his ass too.
Motherfucker, easy, man. Motherfucker, easy work.
He said, what Floyd said, nobody ever talk about steroids. Nobody ever talk about steroids.
Steroids.
Like 3 times. Nobody talk about steroids.
He say, steroids. Canelo. Steroids. That motherfucker is a fool, man. Steroids.
But
nobody talk about that. Motherfucker is a cheat. Fuck what them motherfuckers talk about.
Yeah, but I just hate that he won't, even if he cheat, at least go for the damn top dudes. Don't go for these titles that these guys can't fight, these paper champions, and you know what I'm saying, racking up all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to see that, bro, except for your most ardent fans who want to see you win.
Hey man, them motherfuckers, them essays, they coming now. Listen, they got a motherfucker that's representing them. They got a motherfucker Mexican that's the king of boxing right now.
Yeah.
That motherfucker can't be touched. This motherfucker got a whole goddamn country behind him, man.
Yeah. I wish we would get behind our fighters like that.
We hate on each other too much.
Yeah. And like, goddamn, you like Bud Crawford, motherfucker want to flatten your car tire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You like Spence and shit, you know what I'm saying? The same thing, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be ready to goddamn like Bloods and Crips out here.
Yeah, man, it's like, bro, how come that this shit is so toxic that it's not safe for this man to show up to the fight to promote the fight? Come on, man.
That's because these niggas ain't getting no pussy.
Exactly.
These niggas ain't getting no pussy. That's the problem.
Exactly.
These girls out here, they own some bullshit and they ain't getting no pussy. So, they putting their energy, their aggressive energy.
These niggas out here fucking each other.
That too.
Yeah.
They real sensitive, man.
Wearing skirts and dresses and panties and shit.
Got the man purses.
Look at motherfucking Keyshawn Davis got motherfucking plaits in his head and shit like a fucking looking like a little girl. You show up to the motherfucking penitentiary with your hair like that.
That's how they getting done.
Snatch your ass up by your head and fuck you till you bleed.
Damn. God damn.
Damn, hold on.
Damn.
Oh, come here, nigga. You a sweet little motherfucker.
Wait.
Your motherfucking head is some goddamn plaits and shit looking like a damn girl.
Somehow we crossed the line to the booty warrior. You know what I'm saying? That nigga said, I was talking to this guy, and all of a sudden the conversation turned to booty. And the motherfucker was tangent about booty.
Yeah. You coming out with you looking like a girl? Oh yeah. What's up with that ass, man? Are you Shakur? Are you Keyshawn Davis? Are you the boxer? Oh, okay, shit. Well, you look like you about that life, huh?
He said, "Oh, you want this the easy way or the hard way?"
I'm about that life. Okay, well, shit. What's up with that ass, though?
He said, "Oh, I see you want the hard way."
What you mean? nigga walk up to her, hand a nigga a pack of motherfucking cookies. Here you go, bro. Here you go, little homie. Sit there and watch you eat them hoes. Mm-hmm. You want some more? Got some more. Got a lot more. Where that come from?
Hey, if the snack cake on the bed, then leave it alone.
Leave your ass a little Debbie on your fucking pillow, nigga.
Hey,
We gonna have a honey burn waiting for him.
Motherfucking plaits in your head.
With a bow.
And then you trying his hardest to portray a real nigga. I'm just like, boy, these kids today, boy.
But see, man, they listening to these songs like "fuck these hoes, I want them," all that. I'm like, fuck the hoes.
Yeah, you kind of, you be like by yourself on that, bro. You be all by yourself on that. That kind of shit right there. What's going on, Don?
These new generation of cats,
what's going on,
is
bro?
calling each other bae and hubby and boo and all that. They using these terms of endearment that we used to use for our women. They're using it for their homeboys now.
And then they get on here, and that's why they be goddamn fighting so hard for the air Spence and shit. Not the air Spence, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey man, you get
but I mean, we think about it. We just a few years ago, we just had a nigga on the album cover, Instagram, and nigga was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Lil Nas, that little nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we in a whole new era, boy. End of times, something.
Man, we've been traded that nigga out Wakanda.
And didn't this nigga do like a strip show for award show or something? Like
I don't even follow that.
I don't either, but it was like a few years ago. Like this, like it made. I watched like political news and shit, and he did some shit that made the right wing go crazy. And I think he had like a whole bunch of male strippers on the stage, and he ain't had no shirt on. He was all greased up and oiled up and shit. I said, man, these motherfuckers.
I can't even watch no shit like that.
Motherfuckers is tripping. And I used to love that song, but then you think about what he talking about, man, I can't sing this shit. Talking about riding dick. You crazy?
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. Hey, we definitely in a new era, bro. We definitely in a new era. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it is what it is, man. These cats, they got their leaders, they got the people they look up to, and the old heads.
I think we to a point now, boss man, where we ain't got no leadership, bro.
We don't. We haven't had none for a long time, bro.
And I think a lot of these cats is really taking after the mannerisms of their mama.
Yeah, I say that a lot. I say that in some of my videos a lot. You know what I'm saying, about these single moms and shit, they raise, they sabotaging, masculinity, you know what I'm saying, because they bitter, you know what I'm saying, because these niggas, they done got with niggas that didn't care for them and dipped off.
I remember when my older sister told me that she did not want me to chastise her sons because I was making them tough. I was toughing them up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she told me, I don't want them, it wasn't even hard on them, just clean up type shit, just little,
yeah,
do your chores type shit. And she told me she didn't want them to be chastised like that. She didn't want them to be, toughened up, none of that shit.
But that's why I see we got to start taking lessons back from where we from. You had to get the boys and take them away from the women for that same reason.
Yeah.
Hundreds of years ago, they can't be around their mama. And they they can't be around women because around the man, when you fall, they're gonna say wipe that shit off and stand up.
That's
but
right.
When mama down, they finna be crying and blowing snot bubbles. Like, nah, man. That's why we gotta take them out to, camping and shit. Hey,
but this the difference though. Back then, our mamas didn't mind it when they came back later.
Well, see, they understood.
Now,
they understood the role of men back then. See, these women, they want to be in control of everything. They want to be over men, and they want to subjugate men authority. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to be under men because that's their little rally cry for right now. Women power.
But you can't
control. You know what I'm saying? So now they don't respect.
Power is never relieved. Power is never given. It's taken. So if you don't give that power away, they can't take it. Because if
And
I
you know
say
where
get
you're
your
gonna
ass
end
up
up
before I
at?
leg drop your ass.
You ever heard of Adrian Peterson?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
That's where your ass
He
gonna
got
end up at.
What's Adrian Peterson?
Adrian
they got to
Peterson
put
is
that belt on your ass.
a football player. He whooped his son, and they turned that man into a motherfucking child abuser, man.
Well, that's what it is. That's what they call it, but that's
You
what it
whoop
is.
him, and
You
you
get
whoop
your
him
ass
with a child
beat.
abuser. Now he
Yeah.
whooped him with a switch. He whooped him with a switch, so it left a whole lot of webs. And you know how that shit. You know that shit look bad when they
You
start
got to
putting the
graduate
camera
from the
on.
switches, though.
They take pictures of the kid, and the kid got all he wept up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know that just made
That was my life. That was my life growing up.
you feel me?
Well,
Hey,
Exactly.
man, if I went one day without getting a whooping with a switch or a belt or a board or a fist or something,
You was just bad, man.
I was bad as hell. I was bad as hell. I got whooping every day.
God
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
damn.
I was either fighting every day or whoop. I either got into a fight or whoop. I grew up in the hood,
Who's real?
huh?
I said, no wonder why your name Who is real. God damn it. That shit, you earned that shit.
He earned that shit. That's what's up.
Yeah, we
That nigga
fought.
walking
But
through
real
walls.
talk though, this is why, you know what I'm saying, even with you can see it when it translates to boxing. When Roy Jones' daddy was getting on him too hard, he was the money man, daddy was on the outs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But in the actuality, you know, looking back at it, was his daddy right?
Well,
That's the motherfucker.
the dads give you that discipline and confidence to do what you need to do to challenge the world. And
Yeah.
the mamas, they soften these sons, their attitudes and shit towards the world, and they can't make it. You know what I'm saying? They looking to get up under another woman, and then they can't lead that woman. You know what I'm saying? So they be fucked up. Shit be upside down. You know.
Yeah.
So that's all that is. We're just seeing a bunch of guys that's super emotional. That's why these dudes kill you in a moment's notice. They got no control over their emotions. You can't say shit to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the old heads, they can't really take our advice or take our wisdom that we know. So, you just got to be careful how you move out here because you got a bunch of emotional young folks with no control over their emotions, and they think that's what it is. They think that's tough. It's no longer a shame to go off your emotions, to act off your
Yeah.
emotions. That used to be a
Mm-hmm.
shame back in the day. You know what I'm
You had
saying?
to control that shit. Don't cry. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Don't cry. Suck that shit up. And you do it, whether it was father or bigger brother, you fall in front of your big brother, you don't want to be crying like no little bitch, even though you
Motherfucker,
want to cry like a little bitch.
Or
motherfucker
just
have
get
a
a gun because you're in an
broke arm and
argument.
won't cry.
Well, who goes and get a gun just because you're in an argument? You know what I'm saying? These guys kill you over a little argument. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they know they can't fight, so they're gonna go. They got their gun and they're gonna shoot you. You see what I'm saying?
And then they go to jail where it ain't no gun. Now you gotta goddamn see what you really got.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's when they get that. That's when they get that. That's when the booty warrior come out.
That's when that
Yeah.
honey bun come out. Get the
Mm-hmm.
honey
Yeah.
bun.
Motherfucker had 12. That nigga had 12 snack cakes on the goddamn bunk.
Pick one, nigga. Don't get the wrong silly, nigga. Don't get the wrong silly, nigga. You gonna be cuddling, nigga.
Mm-mm. That nigga got all
Yeah,
kind of.
no.
That nigga got the chocolate snack cake. Then they got the vanilla.
What
And
that? What's them hoes called? The fudge rounds.
And they gonna put all that shit
They
in.
put that fudge round on you, nigga. It's a wrap.
They gonna put all that shit on his ass too. Just
Shit
cover.
crazy. One time I went to the county, and I'm just chilling, minding my own business. I only had like 6 days in that hole, so I'm just chilling, minding my business. So next thing I know, we up in that hole, we playing dominoes, chess, and shit. But I'm good at that shit. So they was like, "Damn, nigga, you ain't even been in here. We been in this bitch 5-6 years, and we ain't, you come in here, you start knocking niggas off." So niggas started giving me spreads and, you know what I'm saying, little shit that And I ain't even think about that shit till later. I'm like, man, was this nigga trying to soften me up or something, bro? Like,
nigga bringing all the Roman noodles to you got
you know
there.
what I'm saying? With the extra shits like boiled eggs and you know what I'm saying? Like nigga dropping off commissary on a nigga. Like
nigga, you on date. Don't dates right there, nigga.
Hey, that's fucked up. I was tearing that shit up too. Nigga ain't know what was going on. Nigga, I ain't no telling what the fuck was going on, man. Nigga, I was tearing that shit up. So I appreciate it, bro. Shit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Just like
don't
women,
knock me
you gotta turn down them gifts. You can't accept no gifts. Period.
Yeah, I ain't know that shit back then, man. I ain't pick on that shit. I ain't pick up on that shit till years later. I said, man, was this nigga trying to?
It was either that or don't knock me out.
Was he trying to groom me or something? Like, do I owe this nigga something?
You got to be smart. When you go in them jails, it's nothing but time that you're gonna be sitting up. Like, if you're in a holding cell and they come in there with some breakfast, you know what I'm saying? You don't eat that breakfast because you don't know how long you're gonna be in there, and they start bringing them transsexuals in there, and you got to shit. And you know what I'm saying, you gotta use the restroom, and you done drunk all the milk, and you done ate everybody's cereal, and you gotta sit there and you got shit in front of them damn transsexuals and stuff, and all them gay people up and nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit wide open.
You gotta be smart, when you go in there, because it's all kind of stuff you don't think about that you gotta do.
Yeah, man. And see, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", about 270. So at the time, I was thinking, this nigga wants some protection or something. Like, nigga think I'm gonna jump down for him, some shit going on here. Nigga, I'm out of here in a week. I'm not gonna be getting involved in it. This is what I was thinking. But now I'm looking back, I'm like, man, was this nigga really trying to like groom me or some shit?
You got to be careful, bro. You got to be careful.
Like, man, look here. Say, boy, this shit, it's a dirty ass game, boy. And that's why I try to tell my nephews, because they got their hair long and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you better watch that shit, man. You fuck around, you out here in these streets, you fuck around, get locked up, it's gonna be a whole nother ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Got that long ass hair, they gonna be up in there braiding your shit.
Hell no. Hell no, y'all man, acting up, man.
Oh man, we trying
to get them niggas the game.
Man,
man, when I see Keyshawn Davis, I'm like, this dude don't got no homies. Don't you roll with Bud Crawford, man? Don't you see how he got his hair like a man?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look at Crawford like he an old head, bro. Like, he ain't
this
got no style.
Got 2 plaits in the front, like my daughter, like a hairdo like my daughter would have, bro. Like, come on, man.
Hey, like I say, bro, that's how you know you done got old, when you can't stand what the young folks are doing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you can't stand their music. You can't stand nothing about their culture. The tight pants they be wearing, the colors that they wear now. I don't like when Aerosmith Jr. be putting that pink in the shit. You know what I'm saying? That purple and that pink. I don't like that shit. That shit's soft to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's my boy and everything, but they be picking out some weird colors, brother, like that shirt, the shark shirt with the purple and all that yellow and shit in it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that, bro? You know what I'm saying? But that's their shit. You know what I'm saying? This a new day. It's about time for me to wear a blue and brown.
You remember back in the day, man, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker had started wearing that pink and shit. Them girls couldn't even find no pink because the motherfucker wearing pink. Goddamn.
What's going on, Leon Witherspoon? What's happening, my brother?
Cameron started that shit.
Who you said started that?
Cameron. Yeah, when a nigga pulled up in a pink ass,
Range Rover.
yeah, pink range with a pink mink and a pink this and pink that, pink shoes, pink hat.
No, bro,
I'm like,
I can't even do the pink thing, bro. It's just I'm
boys
that
will
old.
do it.
I'm that old that to wear pink means gay. You know
Man,
what I'm
pink
saying?
is for women, man. Pink is for
That's
women,
how
man.
old.
I don't
That's how old I
understand.
am. If you wear pink, nigga, you know what I'm saying? People are already looking at you sideways.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
You might as well go ahead and join the GLBLD community.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get with Lil Nas and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wore pink, you know, to my school when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Y'all
You
see, and we ain't even on boxing no more, but y'all see what D Wade said about his son?
Man, I
know?
don't
Yeah,
know.
no. Like, man, bro.
That
What's
Not
up
that.
with D-Wade, bro? That dude.
Both of y'all sound like y'all got sick to y'all stomach.
Man, I ain't got
This
I
man,
declined to comment.
this motherfucker sat up here and said, "Well, yeah, you know, I used to wear dresses. I used to wear my mama's clothes and my sister's clothes." And I'm looking at this nigga like, "Is you fucking serious, bro?"
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Yeah, he's serious. You know, I look at Will Smith's son when he was wearing dresses and shit. And,
Oh yeah.
you know, so you know I don't know what's the fascination of trying to cross over and trying to cross dress. I don't understand the fascination of it.
Man, they is
Playing,
literally they is taking away the whole idea of having a gender. Like, nigga, I ain't got no gender. Fuck you talking about, man?
I don't know, man. It's something crazy going. They trying to flip script, and I'm just glad I'm about out of here because I'm gonna leave the rest of that shit. I'm gonna
Look,
leave the rest of this world because who knows what the hell is coming next. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
filling out an application for the gym, and they get to the sex part, and that motherfucker said binary. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Nigga, what the fuck is a binary sex? What the fuck does that mean?
Let me have and have, nigga. You know,
Hey man,
you both,
if,
nigga.
if they let me up in that women locker room, I'm marked whatever the fuck. Hey, let me come up in this bitch, man.
We in them days, man.
I'm finna goddamn do some photo bombs on you. Yeah.
And
Let me
we
take
was
that
in
picture for you, girl.
the
I got
Because you know, I mean, I'm looking at, you know, what really killed me was when Bruce Jenner, you know what I'm saying, when he you know, cause when I was a kid, Bruce Jenner was an athlete, man. That nigga was you know,
yeah.
he was a top athlete. Nigga won gold. I don't know how many golds that motherfucker won. Nigga did the jump. He did all kind of shit. Then it come out later, this nigga want to be a female. It's like, come on, bro. He was on the
you.
box of Wheaties. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't eat Wheaties back then, but the nigga was on the box of Wheaties. You know what I'm saying? Black people didn't eat Wheaties back then. You know what I'm saying? We ate off-brand frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying, with
Yeah.
powdered milk. But you know, the nigga turned into a woman. You know what I'm saying? That was big for people of my age to see him, somebody who's that masculine back in the day, you know what I'm saying, just turn out like that. So, you know, we
Motherfucker
just,
said he had on panties.
my goodness, bro.
Motherfucker said he had on panties and a bra when he won fucking one of his Olympic.
He probably did though.
I
Probably,
believe him.
you know, you know.
It's just weird, man. Like what, man? I don't know. I don't judge nobody. You know, motherfucker do what they want to do. It don't got no effect on me at all.
Yeah.
It's just when they push this shit on the kids, man. That's what gets me. Like somebody said, who the fuck got their 14-year-old daughter kissing some guy, taking a picture of this shit? You the parents, and you taking a picture of your 14-year-old daughter kissing some dude. Who does that?
Hey.
So why are we doing it? So why are we doing it to try to prove a point when it's a young man that y'all really feel like y'all forcing this shit on this kid?
You know, I think that's old girl. I think that's his what's his name? His old girl
Me
be
too.
what's her name?
Gabrielle, she's a fucking weirdo too.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? She be pushing a lot of this modern day woman shit.
Ain't no telling. She probably. Now you know what? I'm not even finna get in no people bedroom. You know what? Motherfucking
I know where you're going with it though.
man, back to boxing. back to boxing, man, because this shit here is crazy.
Well, I mean, they showed, Crawford. He's at Snack and stuff. So he been at Snack from what I understand when he training for Sean Porter. So y'all think Snack gonna give Crawford an edge? You know what I'm saying, to get in top shape. You know what I'm saying? Look like everybody get their ass whipped. They go Snack except for Devin Haney. It didn't help Mikey Garcia.
Now I did the build on what you already got. You know what I'm saying? You're only good as your team.
You don't think Victor Conte slipping on Crawford a little something new?
But this
See,
my
that's what he's supposed to do. They supposed to.
This the truth of it is,
they gotta get it close to the line that they can to bring out that maximum performance without going over it. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. To bring out the best. You know what I'm saying? Like I was surprised that Errol just got a nutritionalist. I'm like, I would have been embarrassed to say that if I was his team. Because he should have been.
He said it in the the build up of one of his fights. He said he be eating peanut butter. And he said he should do it himself.
Yeah, and that shit, that shit is like.
I'm just kind of confused with this Snack thing with Bud Crawford. I thought Bomac was your trainer.
Well, they not training him. He's just using the facility.
And then the supplements and all that shit they got coming with it.
I don't think he's taking the supplements. I think he's just using the facility to get your wind up. And the Bud likes to go to, I think, Big Bear.
Big Bear, yeah, you got that where Ali them used to go.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to the boxing stuff, I think that's Bomac. He does all the, just like Derek James, he let Errol Spence Jr. go and work out with the to be fit people, and he just worked with them. You know what I'm saying? Because he, sometimes he's got to work out and work on his boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know why he won't get Blu-ray back up in the mix, but I don't know what's going on there. I wish he would get back with Blu-ray.
Yeah, man. Who knows? Blu-ray might have winked at a chick. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Never know, man. You never know. But I think these guys are on the collision course, and we're gonna see some good boxing out of both of them. I hope both of them come ready, and put on a good show, because this is really the biggest fight in boxing that boxing been looking for a long time. I mean, bar none. I can't think of nobody else I want to see fight more than these two, and it's two capable people. It ain't no one that's, oh man, this guy here. Both of these guys are with the shit. They with the shit. They got boxing ring. Somebody kind of being hyped up by ESPN or just one of these entities to be that good. Like, no, Errol is that good. Bud is that good. You know, so it's gonna be good to finally see that happen, where these two fan bases can at least have something to really argue about besides a fantasy fight. Like, it's no longer fantasy. This shit is around the corner. So, I hope both of them get a nutritionalist, get whatever they need to get. Go visit Mayweather gym, get some pointers, do whatever they need to do to whoop the other guy's ass. Because I just don't want
Bud was hanging out with Mayweather last night.
All that knowledge, man. Get all that knowledge, because that's one thing. Like, I don't care about none of that shit that nobody said about Mayweather. Mayweather always seemed like he is trying to help the boxers. I saw him with Clarissa Shields, and she had posted something, and she was like, man, all he was doing was giving me knowledge and telling, like, yo, come work with me, with me. And
That's
I
awesome.
love that. I don't care about the cars and all that shit they be talking about, man. He always is looking to help out up and coming boxers. And Tarver look like he always trying to help out. You know what I'm saying? If you need some help, Roy, then that's what they got to do. They got to put their hand out and get in there. These people
Yeah.
can teach you something that all this talking and you know the stuff that going on that don't help you. But if you get in there with Roy for a week, I bet you come out different. You know, you go in there with Tarver, I bet you come out different. I bet you, you know what I'm saying? And Tarver was a lefty, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for real. Why not go in there and get some whatever with Tarver? He can teach you something. That man knock Roy Jones the fuck out.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
You
why
know what I'm saying?
Harvard students would beat Roy Jones Jr. students.
Man, that dirty, bro. He dirty.
You see, because Roy be trying to get his students to fight like him instead of getting them to develop what they got. You know what I'm saying? He be trying to get them to rely on their athletic ability, and not everybody don't have the same kind of athletic ability Roy Jones have had, you know. And he only stopped.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was supernatural. He come around once every 50 years, man.
Yeah.
Everybody can't fight like him.
So you can't really teach that kind of speed and reflexes. You know what I'm saying?
Teddy
You just got
Atlas put it
to
perfect.
got it or you don't.
Teddy said Roy Jones is the only person he saw like Muhammad Ali that did everything wrong. But they were so physically gifted that they would whoop your ass, like, you know, just the jab. You know how Roy come from the damn bottom of the damn trunk with the jab. But once that shit wasn't connecting, it made him kind of.
You know, it was Big George Foreman used to always get on Roy Jones about not using his jab and stuff. And then Roy knocked out somebody that same fight. He said, I guess you don't need a left jab. I guess you don't need a left jab. He said, Roy Jones Jr., you don't need no jab. He could just lead and hit you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, that dude had me rolling. Had me rolling. You know.
I met Big George over there on that commentating, man. He's a real good commentator to me. He really did a good job. They say he saw in the Michael Moore fight that he could catch him with that 1-2. They said George Foreman saw that at this table. He was like, I can get him. Because, you know, he was commentating and boxing at the same, and he caught him with the same 1-2. He was like, when he get tired, he dropped that bitch down, and he can't get it up in time. And he caught it there. He went to sleep.
You know, and George Foreman, in his era, you could hold a nigga, you know what I'm saying, by his shoulder.
Yeah.
George Foreman, you just hold your ass in place. You know what I'm saying? Push you into the damn corner and then knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was good for holding you and hitting you and pushing you and hitting you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he had a high boxing IQ too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, George,
very high.
He was slept on. You know what I'm saying? He was very slept on as a fighter.
Very slept on. And man, he beat Joe Frazier like he stole his mama purse.
Yeah, damn sure
he
did.
Beat the shit out of Joe Frazier, man.
He kept trying to, you know, he was trying to enter that zone where George Foreman punched. He was getting to the end of George Foreman punches, and he come ducking in and shit. That's the bomb zone right there, and he was getting fucked up. And it was just bad for him. It was bad for him. He looked like he was lifting Frazier up in the air, and Frazier was skipping and hopping. He was so fucked up. He was skipping and hopping. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But that's how make fights, because Frazier gave Ali all he could handle. So, you know.
Yeah, because Ali didn't have that whamma jammer like goddamn Foreman. Did Frazier fight Norman? I mean,
I don't think
Norton. Norton.
I don't remember them two fighting, Ken Norton and I think Frazier was about out of there by then.
Yeah,
when Norton came around, because them niggas were old then.
Norton,
came through, you know. Yeah.
You know I know Norton and Foreman, but them fuckers were trying to kill each other in that ring, and boy.
Yeah, Norton was just a slugger, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, you know, he did one great thing. He made that movie Madingo. He made that movie Medingo, and put the myth out there that the brothers, that's the tribe we from. You know what I'm saying? That's what Norton. That's his most famous thing he's did. Goddamn Medingo. That's where it come from, young folks. If y'all come across this. You remember that
Norton was a motherfucking beast, man. That man was a motherfucking beast for real, man. I remember him and Ali. I was scared for Ali.
He broke Ali's jaw.
Yeah.
Damn.
He broke Ali's jaw.
And I ain't even that old.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the beauty of YouTube, but you can go back in time and that motherfucker, man.
Yes, sir. You can go see all this shit.
And I mean, you know who else was a bad motherfucker? Goddamn, Sonny Liston was a bad motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah.
They try to play it off and all that other shit. Man, Sonny Liston will beat the shit out of you in that ring, man.
Yeah, super strong. They said his arms were super long.
And that motherfucker,
Sonny was a motherfucking killer.
Yeah.
It was a hitman for the mob. Shit.
He's a hitman in that ring.
Motherfuckers was scared you know what I'm saying?
And they were back there with the Bumpy Johnson days.
Yeah. You want me to break his down?
Muscle.
Man, that fucker was no joke, and that's why Ali's so great. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and took him out.
Embarrassed him, man.
He was hoping somebody else beat his ass.
Well, there's a rumor goes behind that. Rumor goes behind that is that the mob made Sonny Liston take a dive.
He totally took that first fight. He took a dive, but that second fight, he definitely took a dive.
Did y'all see when Sonny Liston pulled that gun out on Ali?
Yeah.
Man, that shit was so funny, man. That was a good. You saw Ali got the fuck up out of
he had been dogging that man,
That shit was so funny, man. He got him so good, bro.
They said the gun was full of blanks, though.
Yeah, it was blanks.
Yeah.
But blanks will hit you.
Well,
Yeah, blanks will hit you. Blanks don't spit something out at your ass.
Yeah, Well, he wanted Ali off his back. All that trolling. He was doing all that trolling and shit.
Yeah, he would troll when that shit.
He pulled that gun out and pop, pop, pop. That shit was so funny, bro.
Man, Ali ran so fast. I thought they sped that shit up.
Them guys used to have fun with the shit, man.
Yeah. But that was, the wild, wild west before we got all these sensitive, people. You know what I'm saying?
Ali was a real genuine. He was really a genuine good brother, man.
Yeah,
he loved everybody. He gonna talk that shit though. He gonna promote that fight, but he loved everybody.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He took it too far though with some of the shenanigans, like
with that Joe Frazier. What are you doing, Joe?
Yeah, with the gorilla, and he punching the gorilla, calling him ugly and shit,
Yeah.
Because, Frazier helped them with some money, to get back on his feet when they had suspended him for them 3 years. And, he helped Ali stay on his feet, groceries, food. That's Frazier a real motherfucker.
Yeah.
He never put it out.
He apologized to Frazier, too. But Frazier was still pretty pissed off, man. I feel him, though.
Well, that's why that nigga went in there like a Super Saiyan. He went in there like Vegeta, and he wasn't trying to lose.
Beat the shit out of Ali.
Mm-hmm. He said he ready to die. What's going on, Thomas Moreland? What's happening, my brother? Yeah. So he was ready to die, bro. He said, fuck Ali. He's like all that shit he was talking, So
he asked for that.
Made shit epic. Thriller in Manila. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes took a lot out of each other.
That's why these cats today don't want to fight, because they see what happened to all them greats, man. Them boys can't either gone or can't barely talk. Look at Tommy Hearns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Tommy
saying?
bad, man.
Yeah, Tommy, shit, he could box better than all the legends. He just ain't had no chin. You know what I'm saying? He could
Nope.
box. He could outbox all of them, but he always was a fighter. He at heart. And if he just would have boxed, he would have beat all them dudes. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have the chin. He was beating the shit out of Ivy Barkley, who was a tough ass motherfucker back then. And he got hit on the chin, and it was over. He just had that little weak chin, bro. That was his problem. You know what I'm saying? He could have beat them all, but chin just couldn't hold up ever.
I ain't even know that Tommy got a good personality. Like he's really a jokester, you know.
Yeah, most of them are shit. Nobody knew Mike Tyson like pigeons and shit and sensitive. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Mike
He's
Tyson.
staying sensitive.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And you see how he be hugging niggas after he done knocked them out and shit. Nigga be
yeah.
hugging. Yeah,
But
Praying
you
with
know,
him and
man,
shit.
Mike said that motherfucker had molesting him, man. It came
Mike.
out on this show that some shit had happened, back in the day and shit like that, and that's a part of what's going, this the craziness of what was going on with him. You know what I'm saying? That Mike
Yeah,
was just angry as fuck, and luckily he had somebody that could channel that shit
yeah,
into greatness.
And
Because
yeah,
if he
especially
wouldn't have
in
had
that
that
day
old man,
and age.
which a lot of these young bucks need, is an older person that care about them and fuck up. That yo man, you can't keep fucking up. You gonna end up dead.
yeah,
Cause without that, man, I don't know nobody else that could have controlled that maniac, man. That man was like a pit bull, man. And there's a
yeah,
lot of pit bulls out here that need somebody that can put their ass on a leash because they just angry as fuck. And Mike really was a perfect storm of that. And when he stopped really having that anger focused, it started going out in other ways,
yeah,
and he started losing. He was boxing for money. When you box for money, man, that's your ass, man.
yeah, yeah,
Like you can't
Okay,
play
had a lot.
boxing. You can't go out there just for a check. Gamboa going out there just for a check. It ain't gonna end well for him. It just
yeah,
not. The boxing, they're like football. Them boys that went out there back in the day when they let you kill a motherfucker and don't even
Yeah,
throw a flag, man, them folks ain't right no more.
yeah. Man, I
Because
hope
the sport
Gamboa
don't
don't
give a
fight
fuck
no more,
about you.
man.
Man, I don't want him to ever get back in the ring, man.
I
He
hope
done enough.
Gamboa don't fight no more, man. That motherfucker need to take his last check and open up a motherfucking you need to open him up a Smoothie King or something. Nah, I'm dead ass. He need to open up some shit that's gonna keep him some money coming in, and he ain't gotta fucking get hit like that no more, man. Cause they ain't gonna put him up against nothing but a killer.
yeah,
He keep going up against these killers, man. Come on, man. This motherfucker done went up against Bud Crawford, goddamn Devin Haney, goddamn Tank Davis, Eastside Crew. Come on, man. Man? I'm thinking about this shit like, man, what the fuck are these people thinking, man?
Man, who is
Hey
controlling this
y'all,
mother?
let me ask you a question. Y'all think Sean Porter ever gonna get over hating on Errol Spence Jr.? Y'all,
Hell no.
that dude hate
Nah, man.
that nigga hate Errol Spence Jr.
Something happened between them that's not being put out in the public.
Nah, man,
So,
it was in public. When he said Sean Porter can't sell out a backyard barbecue, I wouldn't
yeah,
like that
I mean
motherfucker no
before
more either. Shit.
I'm saying before that, like I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying, during the times where they was around each other in the amateurs or whatever, I think that they might have had some words or something.
Mm.
You
Saying
know what
shit
Sean
probably got
Porter is, man? I think you remember when he was fighting Adrian Broner. And Adrian Broner like, man, look at this motherfucker. He got on an Incredible Hulk shirt.
bro, that shit had me rolling. The nigga said Kenny Porter pulled up in a limo. This nigga got an Uber up to the motherfucker. Bro.
Hey, man, I was so happy when Porter whooped his ass because I believe that was Porter. Porter probably was never the cool kid. He was
Yeah,
probably never the one that, you know what I'm saying, and these motherfuckers picked at him, and when he got in that ring, they couldn't pick no more. Like, Eric can say what he want, but he can't say he whooped Sean Porter's ass.
Right.
Yeah.
The only one can say they whooped Sean Porter's ass is Bud and Brooke.
Wait a minute.
Truthfully, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I
you
give
know,
him,
you can't really say Bud with his ass.
I
Because
give him that.
you know I would come. You know I would come. You miss Aaron.
Nah, man. Come on then. Come on, Cleveland.
His daddy whipped his ass.
Man, that
For
goddamn
real.
left hook whooped his ass. Had him pounding the ring like he motherfucking trying to kill some roaches.
Yeah, you know, I mean, because the reason I say that, because you know, Bud really wasn't beating him up until that point. You know.
So you think though, just in your boxing IQ, that Porter would have lasted the rest of that round?
I sure do. You know, he wasn't hurt. That's because if he would have been hurt,
He wasn't hurt.
He had 2 down already. He couldn't go down no more. The fight was automatically over.
No, I
Hurt
mean
or
he
not
wasn't.
hurt,
Go back and watch. He
going
wasn't
down.
hurt. He wasn't hurt at all. He just
He wasn't wobbly.
He was off balance and stuff. You know.
I mean, yeah,
But
he was
do
running
you
in
think
and
he
shit.
would have weathered the storm that Bud was finna put on his ass? This is
I think
like
Bud sucked, and I don't like Bud, and I think he wouldn't have never won it. No, I think Porter would have knocked him out.
But see,
I just messing with you, Steve.
lie like hell.
No, but I think Porter would have made it. You know, really. I mean,
I don't think
he
so.
made it. I think he was off balance. I don't think he trained like he trained for.
Thomas Moreland, what's up, fam? Salute.
Go back and look how he fought Bud versus how he fought Errol. He wasn't even punching in the clinch with Bud. See what I'm saying? He wasn't even trying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I know they friends and stuff, but you know, this was a different. Go back and look at the comparison of how they fought each other and stuff. You know, it's just no comparison.
These two different folk though, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't had nothing to do with what Bud was doing. It's just that Sean Porter wasn't the same dude. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of animosity towards Earl. So that nigga came in there, he walked in that bitch like he was Batman. You know what I'm saying? Against Earl. You know, he came in there with that kind of attitude, just cold, just ready to fight. He didn't do that with Bud. You know, he went in there on some, let's get this shit over with type shit.
But you know what I'm saying?
There ain't no plan. Let me mute this
So
nigga.
he came in like Batman.
That nigga came in like the Dark Knight. And shit, you see how he was moving? That nigga was moving like he finna kill everybody in Gotham City.
God damn, man.
He was finna kill everybody. He was finna kill everybody in Gotham City when he fought Earl Spence Jr. He was not gonna lose that night. That nigga was ready to die that night. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
you know that too. You seen that look on that boy's face. That boy came in there about business. With Bud, he was just like he was thinking about Porterway podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man. Anytime a man can get hit with a hook, go to sleep, dream about cherries and berries, and wake up before he hit the ground, and wake up ready to fight, you know that man prepared for that fight.
That's right.
He was up. He was up.
Yeah, he was up for Errol. You know what I'm saying? You know, Crawford, he didn't care if he won or lost. He was getting $5 million regardless.
And he was really, I could tell before the fight, man, that he really was focusing more so on his analyst career and his podcast. I could really tell.
Yeah, he did. He was on everything before that. During that fight, he was on everything, literally.
His podcast listeners had to tell him to get off the damn podcast and go train for Bud Crawford.
And Bud told him, I'd never lose to a YouTuber. He said, I'd never lose to a YouTuber. And he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So he went out there, daddy threw in the towel. You know, he didn't want him to take more punishment for his Porterway podcast. You know what I'm saying? Opened up. I mean, it was already on, but but he hate Earl, bro. You know, anytime you bring up Earl ain't never gonna be shit. You know.
We put Ugas over Earl.
I know. He gave Ugas like the first 3 rounds, first 3 rounds. Yeah.
He said Ugas was. He said Ugas was ahead going into the 6th. Fuck out of here, Sean.
that's like
I saw that shit on Twitter. I said, but Sean tripping.
That's like Keith Thurman when he fought Sean Porter. He said, "Yeah, I gave Sean Porter all the rounds. I did like 6 rounds. And shit. He gave Sean Porter all 6 rounds.
Him and Danny.
Oh yeah, Danny too. Man, this nigga won every round.
And what's the other guy named Ray Mancini, whatever the hell his name is?
Boom Mancini.
Yeah, talking about they had Sean ahead. Man, get the. He winning all the rounds. It was like 5 or 6 rounds. Boy, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, they don't like Earl because I remember when he fought Mikey Garcia and they were commentating and Mikey get hit in the goddamn in the head. He said, Mike, he did not hit Mikey in the head. You know what I'm saying? He did not hit Mikey in the head. He had his glove
that was
up.
not about his side.
He's like, Earl busting to the body. That he missed Mikey. Mikey ain't gonna let him hit him in the body like that. It's like, them people crazy, bro.
What I don't understand about boxing, man. Like these people, these people think that they are the fucking boxing, boxologists, some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can't tell these people they don't know shit about boxing.
Teddy Atlas would just make some shit up. You know what I'm saying? He's like the ref saved Earl in the fight. And, not saying that the ref had stopped the fight. And that's why Earl Spence Jr., he didn't wait for the lull for them to break him up. And Ugas took advantage of it. But, Teddy Atlas told him the ref saved Earl Spence Jr. and stuff. But, he didn't mention that the ref had said stop. I was like, these dudes, they'll just say anything to fit a little narrative and put a little narrative.
That's what I was going to say. I hate these narratives, like when they say, "Oh, Earl Spence got hurt." No, he wasn't hurt. He got hit. He got hit. He got knocked off balance, but he wasn't hurt. When I think of hurt, I'm thinking knees wobbling. You know what I'm saying? Not protecting yourself. You ain't even. You know what I'm saying? That's hurt. Where you barely can keep your hands up and your knees is wobbling, your legs is all over the place. That's hurt.
The crazy thing is they gave Ugas the round, but Earl Spence Jr. dominated the beginning of that round and the end. The only place he didn't dominate is when he got clocked, when his mouthpiece came out. That's the only part he didn't dominate.
The only time he got hit clean.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did get hit clean a couple more times because he tried to do a little head movement and got caught on the other side of Ugas' right hook, and then he
hit him flush with that one.
Yeah,
he hit him flush about he beat him about 3 times in that round,
and he kind of stood still for a second. I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess it was a shocking blow, you know what I'm saying? Because he kept it moving and everything, but that was a good little smack and stuff, I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Ugas hitting like that, Shit, but then, EJ dominated the rest of the fight, so, And that's gonna be a big part in Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. is the punch resistance.
Man.
They can take that thing, man.
I think Bud's power is overrated. I think his skill set is overrated. I think everything about Bud is overrated simply because he has not been tested. He has not been through a test.
Man. They was hurt. Cause they was hurt. You just described what happened to their ass. They knee.
Who was they?
And they could put their hands up.
Who was they? Kell Brook, Amir Khan.
Oh man, we can't even mention that.
don't want to answer. He's scared he's gonna get a snack cake on the bed.
He made Amir Khan.
Boy gonna come home with a little Debbie cake on it. Boy gonna get that boy a chocolate Twinkie.
But I think it's gonna be a good one, y'all.
Man.
This is our Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. This is this is that type of scale fight. So you're gonna have people passionate on both sides.
Yeah, because I was about to say, shit, really and truthfully, what Earl has, I can't say Earl ain't been tested. He been tested. He just been better. I feel like he's better than his competition, head and shoulders, but he also has slacked off and allowed his competition to look better than what they are against him. Because he could have stopped Sean, he could have stopped Danny, you know what I'm saying? I just think he could have stopped Mikey. I just don't think I think he was just going through the motions, like, because he said it. He was like, man,
I believe that Bud, even though he didn't have the opportunity that Errol Spence Jr. had, he's just more mature because he's been a professional longer than Errol Spence Jr. and he's more disciplined because of his environment. And I think that makes him that gives him the ability to stay in here and be competitive in this era, because he's just so much more kind of like Canelo. Canelo's dedicated to boxing, and I think Terrence Crawford is dedicated to boxing, and that's the key to fighting and having a better performance every time you come out. And I think Errol Spence Jr. was just a little too immature at the time, and he wasn't dedicated to boxing like Terrence Crawford was. And I think now he's back disciplined. It gives him a better chance. I think the accident stuff made him a better fighter, made him mature up. He had to go through that instead of taking losses in the ring. He took losses on the outside the ring. And I think that got his head straight to what he needed to be doing inside the ring. And I think Bud Crawford, I think the gunshot made him, a psychopath. That he took. That's why he's crazy here. He's a fucking psychopath, killer, and that motherfucker want to kill everybody, in the ring. So, you're gonna have to hurt Bud to get him up out of there, and that's what EJ gonna have to do.
Man,
like you said earlier, you gotta bring ass to get ass.
I love that line. I forgot what movie that was. I love. Sometimes I go back and watch that shit. You got to bring ass. That was
like one of the Fridays. Wasn't that one of the Fridays?
No, I'm talking about the original movie where it came from. What's his name? Good Times, Daddy James.
Oh.
And, with the pimp hat on, he was a mafia leader.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I think it was I think what it was. JJ was the fighter that they had. Oh, I forgot what the name of that movie was. He told him, "You got to bring ass." Oh, my boy fell off. But shit, we done been on here for 2 hours. We're gonna wrap it on up, man. Hey, thanks for coming through. Who's real, man? You that nigga. And
anytime, my brother.
Okay. Yeah, we about to wrap it up, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody coming through, you know what I'm saying? And smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. See you guys in the next one. Remember what I say, y'all. Law don't go around here, law dog. You savvy. See you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace. What up, Steve?
Yo, back at it here, fella.
Yeah, I just wrapped it up and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I hit y'all line, though.
Okay.
All right, bro.